But next, it's my privilege and honour, but also emotional occasion to hand over the baton for one final time on The Late Show to the legend that is Caroline Martin on BBC Radio WM.
Caroline Martin.
Goodness gracious me. Well, away we go then for one last time, Midlands. We are going to have some fun tonight. We're going to say our goodbyes. I say goodbye. I'm trying to be dramatic. Goodbye. It's just au revoir, isn't it? Until the next time. But fun to be had until 1 for the last outing of me, Caroline, with you until 1 o'clock in the morning. We've got some good music too.
Caroline Martin.
Does this mean, because it's my last night, I can play whatever I like in whatever order I like and just pull things in? No? Oh, okay then. I thought, free pass and all that, but it appears not. But looking through, we've got some good stuff, so it's not too bad, is it? Right, so join in with me tonight for the last time then. Late night family, let's feel the love. Get your messages coming in, and this is the Stereophonics.
I've been down and I'm wondering why these little black clouds keep walking around with me. West Town and I'd rather be high. Think of what we outside and about a rainbow smile, but they're free. They are free. So maybe tomorrow I'll find my way
Curious, really. Stereophonics and Maybe Tomorrow. It was one of the key songs that I associate with Birmingham because it was around when I first came here all those years ago. It seems so long ago, 20 years in Birmingham. And little did I know then how much that you would embrace me and take me to your hearts. And goodness knows why. I'm just a southerner that can sound sometimes a bit cockney. But no, it didn't appear to get in the way. And you have been the best listeners that I have ever had. So I want to kind of pay tribute to that tonight, and the fact that not just in the West Midlands, because the West Midlands came together with me to embrace the East Midlands as well, and that is why we have got this amazing late night family. Messages are flooding through. Thank you so much. Dave from Buxton says, I am checking in for the last time and I'm going to miss you. I'm feeling sad. No, you're not going to feel sad. This is not a time for sadness. This is a time for laughter. This is a time for smiles, because we're not looking to what we've lost. We've got to look to what we've achieved, okay? And what we've achieved is the best late night family. It doesn't matter what happens now, and it doesn't matter that I'm no longer going to be part of it. The fact is, we set out to do it and we achieved it. And what is the last few months been like? It's been absolutely the best time for me. And that is why I'm really sad, because, you know, lots of radio presenters, they want a breakfast show or a mid-morning show or a drive time show, and that is brilliant, and that is where they absolutely fly. But me, this is what I always wanted, and I got it for a bit, and now I've lost it again. So do you know what? It's just that wheel of fortune, isn't it? You're up and then you're down. But, you know, we're going to get through this show tonight, and I'm going to do my little speaky bit in a few minutes, because I want to get it over and done with all the thank yous and everything, because I don't want to have to sort of like sit there thinking I've got to go through this at 5 to 1. We'll get it done, and then we are going to crack on, do your messages, do your calls, and just have a good night and reminisce a bit, shall we? Because it is the last time that I'm going to be on with you here in the Midlands. Hi to Ryan and family from Solihull, who said, I hope it has gone as good as it can in the last couple of days. You've been fantastic hosting this show, and a great night entertainment to our family in the nights over the last couple of years. All the best for the future. Thank you, Ryan and family. The last couple of days have been tough. It's you've been on this journey with me. I mean, what can I say? My dad has been very poorly for quite some time now. You've been with me on a Thursday where I kind of like check out from you. I go down to Cambridge. I spend the time with him and then come back to you on a Sunday, and you make it all good again and get me through the week. And then suddenly he lost his fight, and we laid him to rest yesterday. And it's odd because it was the saddest day, and I'm not going to try and dress it up. It was the saddest day ever. And if you've ever had to say goodbye to a parent, you will completely understand where I'm coming from with this. It was just so sad. But today I feel sad but at peace, because I know that he's at peace. He wanted to go back to Suffolk. He was a Suffolk lad, and that is his final resting place. And I looked out over the fields that he grew up in yesterday, and I saw the scenes that he would have seen, and I looked onto the grave that his mum and dad are in, and shortly he will join them. And there was an overriding sense of peace. And my brother messaged me, and he said, it's just really odd. I know he's gone and I can't talk to him, but I feel him today. And I have felt him today. I'm going to be completely honest with you, because there have been times where emotions have been up and they have been down, and I have thought, I'm going to be raging tonight. And then he's been there, a voice in my head, and he said, why? What you're raging for? What's it going to prove? What's it going to solve? And I'm thinking, yeah, you're right. I'll just go and say my goodbyes then, Dad. So he's still the voice of reason, even from afar. But you've sent so many messages, and thank you, because I couldn't have got through this with as much strength without you giving me a bit of yours. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart for that. We've got more goodbyes on the way next, and then that's it for goodbyes. It is just on with the show and on with the journey. But I think that there are various people that are going to be coming in the studio tonight, and I think I can see Adam, my husband, loitering somewhere, which is appropriate because this song is a song we always play and laugh, because pretty much sums it up.
Well, I don't know why I came here tonight. I got the feeling that something ain't right. I'm so scared in case I fall off my chair, and I'm wondering how I'll get down the stairs. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Yes, I'm
Steelers Wheel and Stuck in the Middle with you. It's the Late Show on the BBC across the Midlands tonight, and Caroline with you until 1, and it is the last Late Show because we know that this has been coming for a while now, don't we? And I've got to say, this really has been a very arduous process. I'm not going to dress it up or lie, but when you're kind of like given the news that you've got to reapply for your own job and you go through all of that, and then you're waiting to hear if you've got it, and then you hear that you haven't, and then you've got to wait to see if you're going to get another one. It takes its toll on you. And as well as going through the stuff with my dad as well, it has been such a testing few months. And again, I have to thank you for getting me through that, because you very much have got me through it. Now, I'm fortunate in that I am going to be staying with the BBC, and I'm going to be moving to the West Country, and I'm very much looking forward to that. It is going to be a new challenge. It's not something that I'm used to doing. It means getting up really early. It's a breakfast show at the weekend, but I'm going to embrace it. I've been down a few times, and it is the most beautiful part of the country. It's absolutely glorious. But that doesn't take away from the fact what we had and what we built up. And we built up something so special. When Foxy and I started this Late Show, it's coming up for a couple of years ago now, isn't it? But once we first heard that we were having it, we were working towards it. We had a plan. And I think that what we can safely say is that we ticked all the boxes and we achieved that. So thank you, everyone that has listened to this Late Show. We wanted to create a sense of family. We wanted somewhere for you to go at night where if you were lonely, or even if you were in a family, you could sit and you could listen, you could laugh to the radio, you could go away and you'll have learnt something as well, and just be entertained, because frankly, that's what it is about, isn't it? That's to me what local radio is about. Companionship, being there, helping people, helping each other, and getting us through these tough times. And I've had lots of messages saying that you've got us through an awful lot. Trust me, it's a two-way street. I've been in the Midlands for 20 years. I have grown here. I've had my children here. And this was brought home to me yesterday when we were down in Suffolk, and, you know, everyone's chatting away, and I'm thinking, oh, listen to that accent. It's lovely, this Suffolk accent. And then my lot are chirping away, and I'm thinking, yeah, you can notice the Brummies in the room. So you've never had me with a Brummie accent, but all of my lot have got a Brummie accent. There's no doubt as to where they come from. So I will be living in the Midlands for the time being, at least, because this is my home. And because it's been a tricky process, I have been offered other roles in the BBC elsewhere. And they were amazing opportunities in places that I would have loved to have lived. But I can't just go home and say, right, family, we've got to move 100 miles away. Jack your job in, jack your school in, we're off. That can't happen. So I've had to just think things through thoroughly here. And that's tricky for me, because generally I don't plan and I just do things off the cuff. So this has taken a great deal of thought, but it has taken its toll. But what you're going to be left with is a new Late Show, and it is going to be a great Late Show. So lots of people have said, well, we're not going to listen anymore. All I would say to you is give it a whirl. All right. I'm not saying don't listen, because I want you to just have that late night family out there still. Late night radio serves a purpose. It's really important. So give it a go. And if you love it, embrace it. Make it a part of your routine, as you have with this show. And if you don't, then find something, because there is so much out there to choose from. But don't just sit there quietly at night, because nighttime is when people need the radio most. So if you don't find it here, and I pray you do, because the lady that's coming in is excellent, go elsewhere. Don't just sit there being lonely. Lots of other people have said as well, what's it going to be like? You're leaving a massive radio station to go and work elsewhere. It's Britain's second city, and also you've got all the other stations that are added to it. When I came here, BBC Radio WM was an amazing radio station, and it had fantastic people. I remember Ed Doolan, the legend that was Ed, taking me under his wing and just saying to me, put the listeners first. Always put the listeners first. And I have tried to do that. And Ed, if you're listening up there and you're anywhere near my dad, could you tell him she did me proud, please? Because I've done everything that you said and I've stood true to it. So thank you, Ed, for giving me some of that wisdom. And I hope that by doing what you've said, we've created this wonderful family that will go on. OK, it will go on. And that's it. WM then was completely different. And I think that WM now will be great again. But at the moment, it's lost its shimmer and it doesn't feel like the biggest radio station. But maybe these changes will put it back in the line to be and it will come back to its former glory. Let's pray that that is the case. But for that to happen, there are people that need to listen to the listeners. So if you're one of these decision makers, please listen to the listeners because they know what they want. Listen to them and then you can make this radio station and all the others absolutely fantastic. To thank people then, there's been so many on my journey here at WM. The wonderful producer Dino. Now, he was with me at BRMB and he came over with me to BBC WM and I think that we were commercial people that were caught in this BBC thing and we were like, oh my days, what have we done? But he was brilliant and he helped me make it work. And then after the lovely Dino, I had the beautiful Tash. Tash, all I can say, my darling, I know where you are up there now. May you rest in peace and I hope I did you proud as well. And after Tash, I had Brett Burks. He was with me for many, many years. And I've got to say, Brett, they were the best times. We had the most fun. And I think I took you off track because you were very BBC when I first came. And some of the ideas that I asked you about, you were kind of like, oh, but you embraced them, to your credit. And we made some absolutely fantastic radio together. So thank you for the memories and the great shows. And we had Foxy then, didn't we? And Foxy and I created this late show. I hope you have loved it. We loved it. He is magnificent. I hope to do more things with him in the future. And if you are listening tonight, Foxy, raise a glass, okay, to what we achieved, because it wasn't just me. It was you and me. And anybody getting into radio, just take that on board as well, because you're only as good as the people that you work with. It doesn't matter if it's somebody that's just making a brew, somebody that's doing the cleaning, somebody that's producing you, somebody that's taking the calls. You're all a team. You are all equal and you can't do what you do without them. So make sure you surround yourself by a good team and you treat them with love and respect as well. Okay, so just advice for anyone going forward there. And then I've got the lovely Andy, who has been magnificent and wonderful and has held my hand through all these emotions over the last few months. And that's it. That's all the thank yous. The biggest thank you is for you, the listener, and we will thank you for the next couple of hours. Okay, the next few hours are devoted to thanking you. And I was thinking as well, because I need to play a song. Everyone plays a poignant song, don't they, at this point? Well, the one person that I always went to for advice was, of course, Ivan, my dad. And if I'm honest, I've had to play this down with him because I didn't want him worrying. So I said, Dad, everything's great. I'm going to do this, that and the other. And he was pleased. I didn't tell him the truth of it. Had I told him the truth of it, I think I know what his advice would have been. And we always kind of communicated through songs and through music. So I'm going to play you a song. And this resonates. This absolutely resonates. He would have been saying this to me. Every word of this song rings true. And it would be these lyrics coming from his mouth. It's the Hollies and the song is Hope.
When nothing goes your way, your heart begins to pay. However hard you try, the problems seem endless. It's your own bed you made, not gonna go away. You just break down and cry, must be a way.
The only
the Hollies and Hope. So whatever it takes, hold on. You've got to be positive and, you've just got to ride the storm, haven't you? I think I've ridden quite a few of those storms over the years. But we're in it for another one and we keep riding on. And it's The Late Show on the BBC across the Midlands tonight. And I'm joined in the studio by my husband. Do you know what? You used to be a presenter. What are you fiddling around for?
These headphones are one-eared.
Oh, right, OK.
No, I know I've got one good ear and one bad one, but
just put it on the good
I can't
one.
hear out there.
And that's it. That one is it, isn't it, really? Well, there we go. You're with me for the last hurrah. Have you been brought in case I pass out or faint?
Mate, you should behave yourself. I think it's probably the key part to that one. No, look, you said, would I come? And I thought, well, I might as well pop in and say hello.
Well, I'm glad
I
that you
do officially work in this building after all.
Well, I know you do, but your past didn't work,
past
did
didn't
it?
work. No. Shock, horror, surprise, surprise. But listen, I just I didn't come on my own.
What do you mean?
Well, you know what it's like when there's a closing down sale going on?
Yeah.
We've got a couple of people who, whenever there's a sniff of a closing down sale, they literally dive straight in.
Well, who have we got?
I don't know. Where are they? I think they're coming. Hang on. Oh, it's daughters. Look, it's daughters.
Oh, my God. What are you all doing in here?
It's two daughters, that's all.
Holly and Willow are both in the studio with me tonight with you.
Yes.
Should you not be packing for our holiday? This is all very well, but who's doing the cleaning tonight?
No, cleaning? Well, we thought we'd leave that for you tomorrow morning.
Thanks very much
that's
indeed.
the plan there,
Okay, so the family have arrived. Is it going to be a long night? I see the Red Bulls have come in as well. So, Holly, let me see if I can put you on. I don't know. Speak into it. Does it work?
I don't know. Is it working?
There we go.
Right. Okay.
Do I need these?
You don't need those. You can just talk to me. To what do I owe the pleasure? Can I just not have one night in peace?
No,
saying
you
goodbye?
can't actually. Not with me.
Oh, goodness
You
gracious.
can't say anything about me here.
Well, listen, I'm glad that you've come along to see me crying and all emotional and all of that. But is it like you thought in this particular studio?
I've been in here before.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, well, you can go now then. You've
Oh,
seen
maybe.
it. You've seen it. You've seen it. A little Willow did us proud. I can't speak properly yesterday because at my dad's funeral she read a poem. You'd previously done it at Dot's funeral, hadn't you? So I think that you could have a career in speaking because you did it so well. Lovely Willow she's gone shy. She's gone shy.
She's vast.
There you go. She's going to... Oh, hello, Willow. There we go. Well, we've got all of you in the studio, which is absolutely lovely. I don't know what we're going to do with you now, but I'll tell you where we'll start, unless you want to say something poignant.
I've not got anything poignant to say.
Right, can you go and make a cup of tea? If you go out that door, turn left. There's a galley down there. Go and get the galley. I think
Andy
I'm on the
on
ship
it.
again.
Go on, Andy.
We'll make some tea and we'll play some more music and then we'll come back in just a tick with a bit more for you. But I've got loads of messages that I want to do for you tonight as well. Hi to Bob in Worcester who says, thanks for the good times you gave me and your many listeners. You made me laugh many times. Good luck to you in the future at Radio Gloucester. I will try and listen. Somebody says, Caroline, it will not be the same. No, it won't be the same. Nothing is going to be the same, but that doesn't mean it can't be better. Caroline, first-time texter, you've been a great presenter. I started listening to you on 10 till 2 before Paul Franks, who is also missed. I hope you go on to bigger and better things. Gavin Telford is checking in to WM. He says, looking forward to following you on your new adventures. We are going to have plenty more adventures, and we've got cider thrown in as well because they do that in the West Country, so it's going to be fantastic. Just checking in for the last time tonight. You will be missed, says Roz from the West Midlands. Keep in touch. I know what you're going through because I also lost both of my parents when I was young. Phil is checking in from Derbyshire. Best wishes on your new opportunities. And somebody else says, I know what you went through yesterday, Bab. I was thinking of you. Now imagine how we're going to feel now you're gone from our lives forever. I'm going to be lost without this show. Good luck and good bless. And I love you, Bab. Wazza, I love you as well, my darling. Thank you for the messages. But really, the show will go on and it will be absolutely fine. You're going to have something new. Nobody likes change. When something new comes on, you're like, oh. And then a week later, you're like, who's Caroline? Where's she gone? Who's Caroline? She's gone now. So that's that. Andy, you've come in a suit tonight. You've come in a suit tonight.
Only because it was a couple of weeks ago you said I'd like a man in a suit on my last show and I couldn't find a man, so I've had to do it.
Well, do you know what? You look absolutely lovely. You greeted me at the door tonight. You showed me me in. It was
Your
superb.
concierge.
Did you hear that? You couldn't find a man. What am I? Scotch mist?
But
You
haven't-
weren't here then.
You haven't come dressed up.
And you've not got a suit
Well,
on.
yeah, I had one on yesterday.
Yeah,
2 days in a row.
We don't need the reminders of that again. Yesterday.
Don't I look like a snooker player now? I've taken my jacket off.
You do.
Yeah.
I'm
I
just
need a
waiting
cue.
for the bit of chalk to come out of your top
Excuse me?
pocket.
Oh, chalk, sorry.
Chalk. Thank you,
Okay.
Andy. Right, we need to do the travel. You're
Do
producing
some
this.
travel,
We're not
play a
just-
song because I've got somebody else waiting to have a chat with you.
Who's-
We've got lots of surprises
Oh
for you
my
tonight,
gosh.
so get
All
on
right
with
then.
it.
You could have said I would have put my best dress on or a bit or whatever, but there we go, travel-wise. We've got a breakdown on the M6 going north at junction 16 for Stoke-on-Trent. So the entry Slit Road is closed there. An accident has blocked Portland Road in Ladywood at Gillett Road. And roadworks, the M6 southbound just after junction 14 is slow through the roadworks. And the M6 northbound is slow between junction 7 to 10 into the roadworks with an up and over diversion because the northbound carriageway is closed at junction 10. The M6 northbound link onto the M5 is closed at junction 7 overnight. And the A38 northbound is closed from Hillard's Cross to Walton-on-Trent between Lichfield and Burton-on-Trent. In Leicester, Loughborough Road is closed northbound from the Western Bypass to the Leicester Road Junction, and in Stafford, the A34 southbound is closed from the A455 junction. That's heading into the town centre. There's also roadworks on the A513 near the junction with Sandon Road. That will slow you down going through there. In Stoke, we've got lane closures on the Queensway between the A50 junction and the A53 junction, and that is it. You are up to date. If you spot anything else, let us know. 08000 321 333. Start your message with Caroline.
This is a message for parents whose child is going away to university. To prevent excessive moping, as you wistfully contemplate the pottery elephant they made in year 3 and wonder, when will I hear from them? We suggest getting them a TV licence. Then they'll be covered to watch or stream live TV on any channel or device and watch BBC iPlayer, so they can still enjoy the shows you love to watch together. And who knows, they might even send the odd message when something dramatic happens. Have something in common. Search TV Licence Uni.
The sound of where we live. Caroline Martin.
BBC Radio WM.
Cause you're a sky full of stars. I'm gonna give you my heart. Cause you're a sky full of stars. Cause you light up the park. I don't care, go on and tear me apart. I don't care if you do. Cause in the sky full of stars, I think I saw you. Cause you're a sky full of stars. I wanna die in your arms. Cause you get lighter the more it gets dark. I'm gonna give you my heart. I don't care, go on and tear me apart. I don't care if you do. Cause
Coldplay and a sky full of stars. It's the Late Show on the BBC across the Midlands tonight. I will just say with you, Holly, there with that energy drink, you really need to move that because.
Let's do this.
Oh my days! I was expecting you to come on the phone in just a moment or two, and now you're there, and you've got to put yourself on.
Oh, dude, Dana, why have I not got a chair? Andy?
Yeah, it's not fair, really.
I'm a star. I'm a retired star.
A fallen star.
A fallen star. A fallen, massive... Do you want to cuddle? Do you want to cuddle now? Yeah, come on.
Come on. I've got things to say.
Come on. Do you need... Sorry, Foxy's just walked in, everyone, in case you hadn't noticed. Because she's not speaking, she's too busy crying. But that was the loudness, as you can imagine. And they're having a hug now, look. Oh, bless him. He's already kissed me. He's hugged her. He's fist bumped the children.
Didn't guess. Just because of my new job, I didn't kiss the children.
Oh my days!
How are you? When's the last show then?
Now.
Is this it?
Yeah, this is it. This is it now.
Is it?
We're in the midst of the last show. So, Foxy has arrived in the building. I didn't think you were going to come because you're a bit flaky, aren't you? I mean, not being funny
By the
or
way,
anything.
that flies my pocket noise, not
Right,
the... Yeah.
yeah.
No, of course I was always going to come.
Oh, well, it is so good to see you. I mean, I would say we've seen each other so much since you left, but
Not once.
that would be a lie.
Yeah, it's just been messages, hasn't it? But I'm a bit out of breath kicking the door there. That's how unfit I am.
Really? It's because you sit there in a suit all day now,
I
isn't
do,
it? Doing
yeah.
an important job.
Yeah, I do
There you
indeed.
go. Did you get me that interview?
Don't. I told my new team. I say they're my team. I'm part of a team.
Yeah.
To listen tonight. So.
Hello, Foxy's team.
Well, West Mercia Police. You can say it.
Has your tea making skills got any better? Because
We don't make. No.
no, you don't. You don't make
No,
brews.
no.
How have you been though since you went?
Honestly, absolutely love the new job.
So you don't miss this at all?
I miss you.
I miss you too, but you don't miss the job.
No.
I'm just hoping that if this all goes pear-shaped for me, there's life outside. Can you just reassure me?
I told you that months ago.
I know. But it is so lovely to see you here because it felt wrong doing this show without you being around because we created this together.
Yeah, we did. We had a dream.
Yeah.
And we made that dream come true.
And we did it very, very well because...
We never got told that by management, but we did. We did a really good job.
Yeah. And I think that going forward, it's going to be in good hands.
I won't do that again.
You can do what you want again. You can do whatever you want again because you're a guest, and I can't even dip your microphone.
No, I've got to be on mic.
You're doing
This is the
yourself.
wrong seat to put me in.
Listen, ultimately, this is going to be somebody else's job, and I hope they realise how damn lucky they are.
Yeah, it's the listeners to this show are fantastic,
Yeah.
and
I mean, the fact they've ripped off our absolute brief that we wrote.
No, you've done it.
It's neither here nor that. I mean,
Adam!
no, go and have good fun with it. There we are. Oh, sorry, I've got to keep you up to keep the
Just
peace.
disclaimer. That was a disclaimer. Nothing to do with me. Nothing. I never said those words.
This is the first time I've met your daughters.
Oh, this is Holly.
Yep.
And that one over there, the quiet one, is Willow.
Hello.
All right, the quiet one is Willow. Did you want to speak, Holly?
No, I just want to say I approve of everything that gets said.
Oh, right.
I'm Team Caroline.
Oh, thank you very much indeed.
She's definitely like you, Caroline.
Yeah. We'll shut her off a bit there, look, just in case.
So, how are you keeping?
It's been up and down. It's
Yeah.
been up and down. Andy has been wonderful and has looked after me a treat.
Is he playing snooker later on?
Is he? Yes, he's got the chalk in his pocket. We've got somebody on the phone for us.
Have we?
Yeah, we have. Let's go and have a speak to them now. Look it. Oh, please tell me you've put your curlers in specially. June in Chelmsley Wood.
Oh, hello. Hello, Caroline.
June, Foxy's here.
Hello, Foxy.
Hello, June. How are you?
I'm all right.
Good.
I'm in
Good.
tears, if you want to know the truth.
Oh, why, June?
Caroline, I just want to say thank you and Foxy for the hours and hours and hours of pleasure that you've given me. The morning show, the evening show, over the years. And I'm really, really going to miss you. I just hope whoever sits in your chair follows your suit. I don't suppose they will, because no one will come up to your standards.
Bless
for
you.
yours and Fox's standard. I used to listen to Fox's Sunday morning as well.
Yeah. Well, it's been on every. They've tried you on every day part, haven't they?
They did. They road tested every slot and just wasn't quite up to mustard.
June, listen, it has been an absolute delight talking to you. And even when I'm driving along, sometimes you pop into my head and I have visions of you putting your curlers in, taking your curlers out, or just chatting to me. And you have been amazing company. It's like having a show, Nan, and you have been the finest.
Oh, thank you very much, Caroline. I just wish you well.
Bless you.
Your next venture. I really do.
Thank you.
I'm going to miss you. I really am.
Well, I will miss you too. We've been together for quite some time now, haven't we?
Oh, yes, with the morning show and...
Yeah.
With Brett. He's doing the afternoon show and I'm in the morning as well.
I know. He's doing... Do you know what? He's doing very well. We taught him very well, Foxy, didn't we? I mean, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But listen, June, you're going to take care and we'll keep in touch via your lovely daughter, Maureen,
yes,
okay?
she's listening to you.
Oh, hello, Maureen. Let me know all of the little things that June gets up to, okay? I shall want the heads up on it all.
Thank you very much, Caroline.
You take care.
I wish you all the best. I really do.
Thank you, June, and thanks for being loyal and thanks for always being there. You have been a star. She was just incredible, wasn't she?
Amazing.
When I saw her name flash up, it would just make me smile. June in Chelmsley
You
Wood,
just
yes.
need to give her the phone number for your new station.
Right, I would give out the phone number for my new station.
You don't know what it is?
I've only just learnt this one and it's been 10 years.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
If I'm completely honest with you. If you want me to do something, Andy, you've either got to put it on the chat screen or talk in my ear because I can't lip read.
Play a song.
Oh,
play a song.
Play a song. Play a song, Adam. I've got to play a song.
Yeah, I want to ask Foxy a question. Because obviously he's been gone for a while.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, me and the boys, quite...
Find me attractive?
No.
Okay.
We don't enjoy her going out to work at night. But it's nice to be able to watch football every night without her going, football again? Why are you watching this? Why are you listening to what's going on at the end? How has it been for your wife having you there of an evening? Has she hated every second of it?
It's been a struggle, Adam. It's been a struggle, yeah. So I've become addicted because my wife was heavily into something called Sister Wives. Have you seen Sister Wives?
No.
Just Google it. So my wife, she
Not
watches...
on the BBC Wi-Fi? Is that okay to on the BBC Wi-Fi?
Probably not. Don't put it on the history. But she was watching all this trash and I've had to just sit there and just go with it as well. So you're going to have to get used to this.
I know. She's been watching something in the middle of the night. What's it called?
Firefly Lane.
Oh,
You've
the other night, right? No word of a lie. About 3 a.m, all I could hear were tears. I could hear her sobbing. And I'm thinking, what is going on next morning? Because I thought, I'm not waking up for this. So I went back to sleep. And then it's, why were you crying? Oh, it was so sad the way it ended. Tears at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Do you know the one thing? I mean, there's many things that I miss about doing the show with you. One of them is your TV reviews, where Caroline would get the title of the show wrong, the actor and actresses wrong, and the plot wrong as well. And that would be the review. And people were supposed to listen and go away and try and find that. What channel's it on, Caroline?
Dunno.
I ain't got a clue. Brilliant.
Firefly Lane, though, I can say Netflix, try it, brilliant. All right, you won't look back, but have the tissues ready. Right, we've got to play another little song. If you want to call up tonight, feel free.
Call The Late Show now. 08081 009956.
BBC WM.
Like I always say to you, songs have messages in them, don't they? So, some of these tonight, they've got a little hidden story behind them because the Late Night Family in its current form is over. But I'm going to be moving on to other things. Foxy and I are doing something together. Not that. Don't look like that, all right? We are going to do something together. So one way or another, we will stay together. Hence Fleetwood Mac, The Chain.
Listen to the wind blow, watch the sun rise. Run in the shadows, damn your love, damn your life. And if you don't love me now, you will never love
Fleetwood Mac and The Chain. It's the Late Show on the BBC across the Midlands for one last time with me, Caroline Martin, and I'm being told there is a mystery guest to go to on the line right now. So good evening. Hello.
Oh, Marlene, it is good to hear your voice again.
Oh, my days. Dino.
I have. I sat here listening to that and I thought, it's typical. Fleetwood Mac, can't get away from Stevie Nicks. Good Lord. How are you?
Oh, my Lord. Do you know, I am okay. How are you?
I'm all the better for hearing you. I am very show.
It's very show. You're cutting up. You're cutting out, Dino.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you sporadically.
I tell you what, this phone is no good, so I'm just going to have to come into the studio and just sort of say...
Do what?
I can't kick the door open.
Oh, my God! Oh, my God, no! Right. Oh, my Andy, what are you doing to me? Oh,
beautiful.
Hello, darling.
Mwah. How are you?
How are you? Get on the microphone. Get on the microphone.
Am I on the yellow?
Yeah, you're on the yellow. You're on the yellow. Oh, this is producer Dino that I was talking to, or talking about. I haven't talked to you for ages. Talking about at the beginning of the show. Thank you. You came over to the BBC with me.
You dragged me from your last late night show.
Yes, and it was quite a wake-up call for us, wasn't it?
It was, wasn't it? Yeah, I mean, we went from, let's just say it, we were doing the Sanctuary on BRB as it was. And I think we came over here thinking, we'll just do the same sort of thing in the afternoon. We'll just do lunch with Caroline Martin, we'll crack on, where there was no sex hour.
No.
BBC said no to that one. There was no choosing what songs we liked. BBC said no to that one. Wouldn't let us talk to one another. BBC said no to that one. And in the end, we just went, do you know what? Sod it. Let's just crack on. Just did our own little thing. And then we all moved on to different things. I moved on to being the voice of Hunted and things like that with Andy. And you moved on to the nighttime show, and you have never sounded better.
Oh, bless you. Well, and coming to the BBC, it was quite hard because from commercial, you have an idea, don't you? At 12 o'clock on a Friday. By Monday, it's up and running.
Yeah.
And here it's slightly different. It takes a few years.
It takes a few years to do something that would have taken commercial radio 2 minutes to do.
Yes.
But that's just the way it is. But
it's been special here, though.
Yeah. Oh my! Listening to this iteration, because I always look back on the Sanctuary and go, those were some of the best and the worst times of our lives.
Yeah.
We laughed together, we cried together, we shouted at one another, we did Fright Nights together. We sat on those stupid steps at Brindley Place until 4 o'clock in the morning. And just chatting about nothing, and I thought then, this is brilliant, nothing can ever beat this. But listening to this nighttime show, it's kind of like, it's a different sort of feel, but it's still family. And I'm going to get emotional, I'm going to say what I want to say. You have changed the lives of so many people, and one day you'll stop and you'll realise that. We did a show once about bullying and saying, say no to bullying. I know for a fact that there are at least 2 schools in the West Midlands that listened back to that show, and they made their teachers listen to that show because it was so important, the message that you wanted to say. And things like, you spoke to people, survivors of sexual abuse, you've changed their lives, and I genuinely hope and pray that you will take stock and just realise you are an incredible person. And you are an amazing broadcaster, and you have just touched so many lives, and you bring joy wherever you go. Have I made her cry yet? Oh, come on, Marlene. What does it take to make you cry?
Please don't make me cry. Please don't make me cry. I'm fighting not to cry. Because, like I said at the start of the show, when we come in to do this as presenters, you're only as good as the people around you.
Oh, yeah.
And that is the joy of having brilliant people like you with me, like the lovely Foxy as well, because you allow me to feel so at ease. I can talk about anything and I can do anything. Not everybody has that gift when it comes to
and sometimes
producing.
at lunchtime you said some things that you really shouldn't have said.
Yeah,
which is what got you onto Scott Mills's show on Radio 1 quite often.
That happened very soon after we first came here, and I remember looking at you thinking, we're out the door, aren't we? We are out the door. Rosie and a stick.
Yeah. If you don't know what that is, all you got to do is go onto YouTube, Caroline Martin, Rosie. Yeah, that'll be an girls, don't do that. Don't do that.
No, don't do that. Don't listen. Look at that. Don't look at that.
No, don't listen to it.
It is lovely to see you again.
Oh, all right then.
The only sad thing is that it takes something like this to kind of like bring us all together once more. But just imagine, with all the talent that we've got here tonight, we could make a cracking radio station.
Well, we could make this radio station cracking again.
Anyway,
in my opinion.
Well,
I must apologise. How uncouth.
We must all seem. Do you know what? At this juncture, it's been known before when one of us has dropped the other in it that we go to a song.
Oh, crack on.
Without
Crack
further
on
ado.
then. Crack on.
Orchestra and Do Ya, The Late Show on the BBC. The last one from me, Caroline Martin, here with you until 1 in the morning. But it's coming up to 11 now, so let's get the news.
On the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker,
Play BBC Radio WM.
and on your radio. The sound of the West Midlands is
BBC Radio WM.
At 11 with the BBC News, I'm Anna Preston. Thousands of pupils across England will face disruption to the start of the new term as some schools have been ordered to close buildings over safety concerns. The government has told more than 100 schools that buildings they use contain a certain type of concrete which is prone to collapse. Our education editor Branwyn Jeffries says it's not clear why schools have been informed now, just days away from the new school year.
By 2021, the Department for Education had rated the risk of a school building as being critical, so they've known about this for some time. And yet since then, despite the efforts that have been made to try and gather information from schools, we still don't know the full extent of it.
Junior doctors and consultants are to go on strike together in England in an escalation of their pay dispute with the government. The joint action will begin for 1 day in September and 3 days in October after an overwhelming union members' vote in favour of the strikes. More than 250 staff at Wilko are losing their jobs after a last-minute deal to take over the homeware chain fell through. The retailer collapsed earlier this month. The administrators are trying to finalise a deal with another potential buyer, which could save thousands of jobs. The Transport Secretary Mark Harper says he'll meet aviation industry bosses again tomorrow after Monday's air traffic control failure left many UK holidaymakers stuck overseas. Analysts say it caused nearly 2,000 flights to and from the UK to be cancelled. Mr Harper says he was doing everything possible to get passengers home. Elaine Williams from Chippenham is still stuck in Gran Canaria 3 days after her flight was cancelled.
But I was getting extremely stressed being on my phone all the time, trying to find hotels, trying to find alternative flights, which were charging £1,700 for us to get back. It was extremely stressful for me.
The Police Federation's voiced concerns about planned changes to how officers in England and Wales are punished for misconduct. The government wants senior officers to chair panels rather than independent lawyers and for staff to face automatic sackings. But Sir Peter Fahey is the former Chief Constable of Greater Manchester Police, says it doesn't go far enough.
It's still a bit strange that a police chief doesn't have complete power to decide who is in their organisation or not, subject obviously to employment law. So it will be still the situation that although a chief constable will chair the discipline panel, they could be outvoted by the two other lay members.
Andy Murray's been knocked out of the US Open in the second round, losing in straight sets to the Bulgarian Grigor Dimitrov. Meanwhile, Britain's women's number one, Katie Bolter, also made it into the third round. You're up to date. It's 3 minutes past 11.
Caroline Martin.
Good evening, it's the final Late Show with me. I'm Caroline Martin with you until 1 o'clock in the morning. Apparently there's more surprises on the way. I see Andy nodding his head out there and looking all serious. It's like you spent too much time on this now. We need to crack on because you're using too many words when fewer would do. All right, I'll behave myself and I'll do some more messages in a bit as well.
Caroline Martin.
08000 321 333. That's 08000 321 333. I'm composing myself. I've had producer Foxy walk in and also my lovely producer Dino. The children are here. The husband is here. I feel I'm being watched.
City girls just seem to find out early how to open doors with just a smile. A rich old man, and she won't have to worry. She'll dress up all in lace and go in style. Late at night, a yourself a strong one and stare down at the stars up in the sky. Another night, it's gonna be a long one. She draws a shade and hangs her head to cry. My oh my, you sure know how to arrange things. You set it up so well, so carefully. Ain't it funny how your new life didn't change things? You're still the same old girl you used to be. You can't hide your lying eyes, and your smile is a thin disguise. I thought by now you'd realize there ain't no way to hide your lying eyes. There ain't no way to hide your lying eyes. Honey, you can't hide your lying
The Eagles and Lion Eyes. It's a late show on the BBC across the Midlands. My studio has been taken over is even the word for it.
Never work with children and animals, they say.
Yeah, well, this is very true.
You've got the complete setting here tonight.
They never do that. I can evict you in a minute though, because it's
Yeah.
been lovely. But all right, that's. Oh my God!
Oh, look who's arrived now.
Jude, I thought you were at the casino. What?
Jude, go on the yellow one. Go on the yellow one. We were like that.
Oh my! So my son has arrived now. Jude, hello, Jude.
Hello.
You didn't say or give any hints or inkling that you were coming up here tonight, but I am flattered that you have, that you've come all the way into town. My day is... Why are you doing this to me?
Well, no one wanted to miss this. The only person who's obviously... Josh is at home looking after the babies.
Yeah.
So he can't. And Elliot's at work.
Right. Well, we can't... Yeah.
So apart from that, we've got a 3 out of 5 ain't bad. Was that Meatloaf?
Yeah.
3 out of 5, yeah.
Well,
I thought someone had to do what I was talking for her. And she decided to take the silent approach.
Yeah, she's gone very quiet, hasn't she? So it is lovely to see you here, Jude, and I'm at a loss for words.
Well, look, I think you need to understand from all of it's not nice that you go out to work at night, but I think everyone understands how much you have. You enjoy doing this. Yeah. This is your time of night. You come alive. This is where you are at your most comfortable and at your most best. But the one thing I can say, because I can speak for all of them and they can speak individually in a second, is how proud they are of you, not only because you're their mum, but because of what you do, because of what you do for other people, how you make other people feel. They take great pride in that because it's not something they hide away from. They don't, what does your mum do? They don't like go under a bushel because she works in a shop. They openly tell people, and because half of the people that Jude's worked with in the past have wanted mugs with your face on because they love it, because they are so very proud of you.
Well,
and I think they'll probably all tell you that.
Well, so I know that Jude actually does work in a shop, and I know that you've had some of the listeners come in just to say hello as well, haven't you, Jude? Over the years.
I got one in not 2 days ago. I forgot to tell you about that actually.
Oh, I think that was Carl in Tamworth.
It was, and he told me to tell you, but I forgot. Sorry, Carl.
There you go, Carl. You send a message, I'll never get it. All right, never get it. Oh, and you've come up here as well tonight, Holly. You are never short of anything to say, so. What did you want to say?
Well, I mean, leaning back on what Dad said, really, we're obviously very proud of you. You are brilliant. It's amazing to see what you do for everyone else, the same way that you do it for us. They get just a glimpse of the love and the care and the dedication that you give to us. And it's just lovely to see that and to see how they feel and to know that you give people a safe place to come to and to speak to. It's very special to see it and to see how much you enjoy doing it as well.
I think that, and I've always said to you that if you do something that you enjoy, and people I think believe that this job is you go to work and you're on air for 3 hours a night and that's it, that's all that you do. But I think that behind the scenes you see the work that goes into it, the chats with people that go into it as well. And the caring doesn't stop when the microphone goes down at 1 o'clock and I get in the car and go home. It continues, and that is what it's all about.
I mean, you can see it for yourself, really. You go onto the Facebook, you see the messages of people at the minute that are so sad to be losing you. You're not really gone. You'll be there. It's just not. It's not the same. But it is a really beautiful thing to see what you've built with Foxy, with Andy, with the family that you've made.
And it's been a pleasure and an honour to be a part of all of that. It's been absolutely wonderful. Are you actually going to speak now, Willow? I mean, we got some... She's so shy, this girl. It's unbelievable. So are you going to speak or is you going to speak? Okay, first.
You can go first.
I don't know. I don't know. Go on.
Yeah, listen, I'm not going to do it in the post-match interview way that Holly's just done that. But Mum, you've done a cracking job. It's fair for everyone to see. And just wherever you go, Mum, you will be this. I think yesterday was a prime example, if we just touch on that again. The way in any situation you can handle yourself, it's a special talent, and I think anyone would be lucky to have that. And we're lucky to have you, all of us.
Oh, well, do you know what? And this is what I say to everybody. And the most touching thing was somebody got in touch with me, who apparently I'd given advice to years ago, the lovely Richie. And he said, you were having a chat with me once and you were talking about a time in radio where you were kind of like let go of BRMB. I was moved from the breakfast show to the late show, which turned out to be the best thing that anybody could have done. But when I heard the news, I kind of went home and I thought, oh my God, what am I going to do now? And I walked into the room and there you all were, smaller versions back then. But you all gave me a cuddle and you made everything all right again. And that's what I would say to everybody, that keep it real and keep yourself grounded. Work's work. And I love my job. I passionately love my job, but not as much as I love you guys, because you make the worst days good. And, you know, through what's happened with Grandad, you've seen me through that. You've still made me smile. I know you can't talk now, Willow, but you did me absolutely proud yesterday by standing up and doing that poem. You were magnificent. But you've all had my back, so thank you very much. I think I'm a great mother. I've taught you all very well, I'm going to say.
Yeah, no, you are a great mother. And I think, you know, the way the last 12, it's been nearly 12 months, hasn't it? Everything that's been going on with your dad and with work and everything, you know, you have somehow managed to hold it together. And they've all still got clean clothes and clean socks when they need them. And, you know, you've looked after us and you've dealt with all of our individual problems. Because let's be honest, there's a lot of children.
Yeah.
You know, you've become a grandmother in that time.
All right, there's no need to keep going. Nan,
sorry.
Thank you.
I've become a granddad. It's fine that we can live with that. So all of that's gone on. So you've had the babies to worry about and everything that teenage girls go through on a weekly basis. Right. And the pestering of the boys. You've done all of that while carrying on doing this with all the uncertainty that's going on. And you've done it like an absolute professional. And I think that gives all of us much pride in the fact that you've managed to do all of that stuff. And we love you dearly. And it's going to be very nice to have you with us of an evening.
You don't mean that, though.
I do mean that.
No, because you'll sit and watch sport.
We'll still watch
and it'll
sport,
be like
and then you can have your time at 10.
Right.
It's fine. Job done.
If anybody has got any jobs that they'd like me to do at night, you know, I am for hire because I'm going to enjoy this for a week, and then it'll be like, oh, okay, bored now. But there we go, guys. Thank you for coming in. I love you all very, very much indeed. One more thing.
I would just like to say statement there about the Holly problems. My gossip is the highlight of your day.
That is true.
She loves it. She thrives off it. She does. So let's not lie to ourselves here. That's my finishing statement.
Okay. Well, listen, we've got Andy who's wanting to come on now as well. Have we chirped too much now, Andy?
No, not really. I've done what I wanted to do, which was introduce the late night family to the family.
Yes.
We've done that, and it was a nice surprise for you.
Yes.
Okay, and you've had a few of your friends come in, like Dino and Foxy, who's still lingering, and he's going to come back in a few minutes' time. There's one other person I'd like to include on the show tonight. He's someone who we've made a bit of a regular. We gave him a slot on a Wednesday night. It's Andy Lound.
Right.
And over the last few weeks, he did Ask Andy Anything.
Okay.
And we got chatting about 2-3 weeks ago about the last show. And he said, oh, well, I'll do a final Ask Andy Anything. So we're going to have one feature on the show tonight. And then the rest of the show is people who wanted to leave a message for you who couldn't be here. Okay, so there's a lot of people who wanted to come on the show. And we've had everyone who could come in has come in. There's a few people who couldn't come in because of distance or jobs or whatever. So there's some nice messages. We're going to play those out and we'll get some callers on as well. But there's one feature we're going to do, Ask Andy Anything, and we'll do it in a second, all right?
Okay, well, thank you very much. Either you speak now or I'm not playing this song. Why do you love it so much?
I don't. It's just a nice song, isn't it?
Yeah. Every time we go in the car, what song do we have to put on? Introduce this song now, Willow. And you're going to see us soon in Bristol, aren't you?
Yeah.
Which is just as well because I'm going to work there. So we can go for the weekend. We'll have a girls' trip.
Okay.
All right. Who is it?
Gracie Abrams.
Where do we go now? I mean, that is the $20 million question, isn't it? Really. It's the Late Show.
24th Street, where you held me, grabbed my arm. What a mental fire alarm. 'Cause you lied, that felt wrong. Like I miss you, but when I kissed you
Gracie Abrams, and where do we go now? Everyone's
Gloucester.
gone. It's just Gloucester. Yes, I have been for a little tour of the area, and I must admit that I am very drawn to Glastonbury because the radio station that I'm going to work for is on in Somerset, Wiltshire, Bristol, Gloucestershire, and I went to Somerset, and I can see myself there.
Well, living there.
I can, you know, with a little. I've said, you know, little small holding a sheep or two.
Just one sheep.
2 sheep. They'll
Two-
get
two,
lonely,
yeah, they
and some
will, yeah.
chickens, I think.
You should. Well, I've been.
Well, we've been, yeah, and
We've been through this before,
We've
haven't
been
we?
through this before, so I think that ultimately, you know, give it time. I mean, they may not like me, in which case it'll be back to start the square one. But you know, I am excited. I love it. You know how much I've loved the Midlands, and I love the Midlands. I love the listeners. I know you do as well, Foxy. But sometimes things do happen to kind of give you a kick up the backside, and you can get too settled somewhere. And a new adventure is good.
Yeah, a new challenge.
Yeah, exactly.
I think you're gonna. I think genuinely, I think you're gonna be there for years, and I think we'll have this same show again, but in Gloucestershire. And is that the accent? We're going Bristolian, aren't we?
No, I'm telling you now. Somebody was talking to me about manifestation, right? You put something out to the universe, and then if the universe happens to be listening on that day, it gives it to you. All those shows we did where you did that Bristol accent,
Me.
this is what's happened.
It's my fault,
It's
yeah.
heard and said they want to go to Bristol. So that's it.
Well, listen, I've just been told I don't work here anymore. I'm not part of this show. But Andy, who's in charge of the show, has said, look, we're tight on time here.
Right.
Because he's planned a lot.
Okay.
All right. So I know, Andy, we've got some special things for you now to play on the show for you this evening.
Right,
All
okay.
You just speak to Andy, because I think Andy will...
I think that I have got to say for one last time that here is Andy Land.
Hello, Caroline. You thought I've joined you for the very last Ask Andy Anything. Well, that's what you think, but you're wrong. For tonight, Caroline Martin, this is your life. Caroline Martin was born at a very early age and grew up in Cambridgeshire. Her father, Ivan, passed on his love of music to her, even naming her after the pirate radio station Radio Caroline. It's fortunate he didn't listen to Laser 558. Caroline's love of music developed and she wanted to work in radio, beginning her career in the 1980s on board the merchant vessel Ross Revenge, an ex-North Sea factory fishing trawler. Yes, Radio Caroline. It was here she developed the skills for which she would become famous, as well as learning a thing or two about fishing. It's even more impressive when one thinks that as being a presenter on pirate radio, she had to master operating the equipment on a heaving ship, wearing an eye patch, having a parrot on one shoulder, and having a hook on her left hand, not to mention the crocodile. She remained with the station, being one of its very last presenters until it ceased regular broadcasting in November 1990. Changes to UK law caused problems, and while Radio Caroline tried to find a way to continue, Kazza remained aboard with a makeshift crew. In December 1991, the ship lost its anchor in a storm and ran aground on Goodwin Sands. Caroline and her shipmates were rescued by RAF helicopter. In true broadcaster fashion, she snatched the pilot's radio out of his hand to give a first-hand account of the rescue, reporting that as the ship started to lean over, she put on the record, "Nearer, my God, to thee." She required the nickname the unsinkable Caroline Martin. Our Kazza remained with Radio Caroline during its occasional low-power broadcasts of 1 month, eventually ditching the parrot, and she began working on a number of commercial radio stations across the UK. It was while working at Invicta in Kent where Caroline met her future husband, Adam. At Invicta, he was her toy boy. Travel boy. He reported on travel matters, telling her all about traffic jams in the Garden of England. She soon gave him the green light to proceed. In 1997, the Steel City of Sheffield was Caroline's next radio home as she presented breakfast on Magic across South Yorkshire, where she pulled many whippets out of hats. Ah, you can always tell a Yorkshireman, but you can tell him nout. The rose of the airwaves changed from white to red when Kazza had a brief stop-off in Greater Manchester and then Preston. It was here that her love for late-night radio began on Rock FM. She played high-quality music, plus some stuff from the 90s. Finally, After the high seas and being chased by the Navy, and then crossing the length and breadth of England, she landed in what is now known as home, the Midlands. Caroline loved her late night show in Birmingham on BRMB in the early noughties. Who could ever forget the Fright Nights, the Ladies' Nights, and of course, Sex and Relationship Show. I still have hot flushes thinking of that. Speaking of close encounters, so engrossed was she one night in all things paranormal that she once told a police officer who pulled her over for going a little bit quick on the Aston Expressway that she was being chased by a spaceship. How we laughed at the assizes on that one. By 2006, she had become co-presenter of BRMB's flagship weekday breakfast show alongside Elliot Webb. There she married two strangers. I've no idea what Adam thought of that. No, she got two strangers to get married to each other and helped a woman expose her cheating husband on a city centre billboard. They won a Sony Award Silver for their interaction with the audience, and Caroline thrives on audience interaction to this very day. The pair presented breakfast until Elliot departed the station in October 2009, after which Caroline began presenting The Sanctuary for the Orion Media Network of West Midlands stations, which included BRMB, Beacon, Mercia and Wyvern. Then, in 2012, she decided to leave the show and take up a role with the BBC. It was here she presented the lunchtime show on Radio WM. The Performing Rights Society had a field day as workplaces across the region broadcast the show to all their workers. During the COVID lockdown of 2020, the show was extended to 4 hours and became the mid-morning show, offering help and support for a community in desperate need of its local radio station. Indeed, enacting the very foundations of BBC local radio. CASA was part of the support network that clearly eased the mental health of people in the Midlands. It was just 2 years ago that Caroline asked if she could take over the regional Late Show. The Late Show is traditionally the ultimate in audience participation. The presenter must have a host of skills that Caroline has developed over the years. On a Late Show, listeners do not see a presenter as a voice, but as a friend, confidant, confessor, and at times a counsellor. Empathy with the listeners is critical, and Caroline is the ultimate in Late Show presenters. And that's where this part of Caroline's story ends a chapter. With the love of her listeners, producers and colleagues, not to mention the guests queuing up to join her, a weekly men's club and dilemma, from relationships on planet Earth to the mysteries of outer space, there have been many laughs and a few tears. From Radio Caroline to Caroline who is radio. All our lives have been touched and enriched by a kind and simply wonderful woman. Caroline Martin, this is your radio life.
That is amazing. God, I'm old. That is, when you think about it, thank you, Andy, for getting Andy to do that. That was incredible. Can you clip that for me, please?
You can have it.
There we go. Do you know, instead of sending a CV, I'm just going to send that from now on in. There you go. That's what I've done. And make what you will of that. It's absolutely incredible. Andy Lound, thank you so much. I have always enjoyed our chats, and I've always said that I could take you home and just sit you there reading me a story all night long. And
you've got one now.
I've got one now. I can just play it.
Did you really get rescued in a helicopter?
No. No, I did get airlifted off, yes. But it was later that the ship went adrift. We thought that the ship was going to go on the Goodwin Sands, and we had no power, there was no food, there was no water, there was no nothing. We were literally freezing, and somebody called for the rescue boat to come. As I recall it, we were there. I think there were 3 of us, and we were just snuggled upstairs in the bridge because there was no heating. We had blankets over us. We had a generator, a petrol generator that we'd got going, that the fumes were coming in. So it was touch and go as to whether we'd even make it because these fumes were going in, but we had to keep it inside to keep it going. And I remember laying down and going to sleep, and then all of a sudden these lights came, and the people from the Sea King helicopter, they boarded the vessel, came, found us, and the next thing I knew, we were being winched up in this storm.
I'll never let go, Jack.
It was the saddest day. It was the saddest day. And then later, it ended up breaking the anchor chain. So it was imminent, and then it did happen. But all of that, pretty much all of that is absolutely correct. So bang on, Andy Lound. But what a journey it's been. I've had some real good adventures.
Yeah, marrying strangers.
Yeah, that I don't think that went too well, did it, really? I don't know whose stupid idea that was, Adam. It's been great. It's been great. And, you know, you've been on a similar journey, haven't you, with going from A to B?
Yeah, well, I didn't mention that obviously Adam and I were married before you two. Yes, a very similar journey, but it was lovely to hear that. Really nice.
Well, listen, let's have a little song, and then there's other people that we're going to talk to, and I can catch up with you for a bit. But I will do some more of your messages. 08000 321 333. Start your message with Caroline. I have not forgotten you. If I haven't read them out yet, it's because it's been pretty full on and action-packed tonight, hasn't it? But it's The Late Show on the BBC across the Midlands. Caroline with you for one last time. And we are halfway through. The end is in sight. This is Kylie Minogue now. At First Sight, The Late Show on the BBC across the Midlands tonight. It's just you and me then, Foxy. Everyone has left and we are alone.
It's like
again.
the olden days, isn't it?
It's do you know what? And Andy has been great. I love Andy. He's been absolutely splendid. But I have missed you. I think that because we did it together, because when we first started this show together, we weren't quite sure if we were going to like each other, let's be honest,
No,
were we?
absolutely, yeah.
But then somehow it all just fell into place and we just clicked. So because we started it together and we did it together, it didn't feel, it just was odd without you. It was like our little family, we were the parents, and then you divorced me.
Don't say
it's just weird.
I often chuckle to myself thinking about bicarbonate soda. I mean, we got a whole 4 weeks out of that.
Just an odd throwaway comment. Some of the random stuff we did. Right, Bernard, the lovely Bernard, is on the line. Hello, Bernard.
How's my gorgeous unk of loveliness?
Oh, well, you know what? I'm a bit emotional tonight, if the truth be told. It's, my days. I just, all these surprises coming left, right and centre, Bernard, and now there's you.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Anyway, I'm really going to miss you. You know that, don't you?
I do, and I will miss you as well. You know that, don't you?
Yes. I was thinking about the funeral, you know, and I'm praying for your family, you know, and it's not very nice when you leave your loved ones.
No, it's not. But do you know something, Bernard? I went down yesterday, obviously, for the funeral. And then afterwards, he had some amazing flowers. And he wants to be put with his mum and dad in their grave. And, the ashes. So we took all the flowers to the grave and we laid them all out. And they looked absolutely beautiful. And the sun came out and it was kind of like shining down. And then I looked around at all, because it's in the middle of the countryside. There's not a house in sight, and all you can see is fields and countryside, and I can get why he'd want to be there. And today, it's fanciful, I know, but there's just this feeling of peace. Of course, there's this, I miss him so badly, but I feel happy that he's where he always wanted to end up and where he wanted to be. So I can take something from that he's with his loved ones, and it's his turn now to have more adventures with them.
Yeah. Yes, well, it's when I first met you, isn't it? About 10 years ago or more, isn't it?
Yeah, over in Walsall.
In Walsall, yeah.
Yeah. And then Foxy and I. Foxy's here with me now.
Bernard.
We came over to the
Foxy.
Hello, mate. How are you?
Well, sad at the moment, And I miss you and all of you. I think you're great, especially when it was at my party, I thought that was great.
It was lovely to see you, but do you know, that was testament to the amount of love this late night family has sort of got together with, and I mean, all those cards, everybody buying into it, everybody wanting to be involved in it, from the East Midlands to Shropshire, Hereford, Worcester, Birmingham and the Black Country, Coventry, everyone got involved, sent cards from Stoke, Derby. That's how much love we've created, so we should be proud, Bernard.
Yeah. That was altogether, like what I had through the post, 528.
Oh, wow. You see, all of those cards. Now, Bernard, have you saved the best joke for Foxy?
Well, I can tell you this one. There's 4 gentlemen in a nursing home. And the one saying, he said that my nerves are that bad now. He said, I'm spilling tea and everything. And the second one said, well, my cataracts, he said, the same. I can't do anything so much as I used to. The third one said, he said, I've got arthritis in my neck. I can't turn around to see what the traffic is. And the other one was saying, oh, well, I've got blood pressure now. I have to take tablets and they make me dizzy. So the last one said, well, we've all got something in common. And I said, what's that? We can all still drive our motor cars.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Bernard, I will be in touch, and I love you loads, and thank you for being there over the years.
I hope you come and see me,
Well, I shall come and see you. I've got your number. You've given me permission, and Andy has got that off the system for me, so I shall give you a call. All right, darling?
Yeah, Foxy will come with you.
Foxy's got a 9 till 5 daytime job now. He's out every morning in his suit, aren't you?
Caroline's really impressed when I sent a picture from my office that I was wearing something smart. smart.
That's it. I'm like, oh my God.
Still can't get over it. I can't believe it.
Anyway, can I give you another quickie one?
Apparently, Andy is saying no because we are pushed for time, so we'll leave you on that high of a joke, Bernard. But you take care, my darling. All right.
God bless you and love you. You'll always be in my prayers and your family.
Well, thank you, Bernard, and you in mine. Bless him, the lovely Bernard. Do you know what? Do you think I could call him from? I'm going to miss those jokes.
Well, I think you should get him on Gloucestershire.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll get you up for early doors. Now, I've been told I've got to press this one.
Okay.
So.
Right, let me explain very quickly. There's a lot of people wanting to be part of this show because this show reaches many parts and they just couldn't be in the studio talking to you tonight. So we've got some voice notes that have been sent to me. This is your first voice note. Then you can play it now.
Hello, Caroline. It's Scott Mills here, formerly of Radio 1, now from BBC Radio 2. Listen, I just want to say thank you for being an absolute key provider, one of the best for India and a Bingo over the years when I was on Radio 1. So much content. I mean, I'll never forget that elderly lady and the stick. I'm sorry to hear you're finishing The Late Show. I follow you on social media, so I've been seeing it all about it. But listen, I know you're going to have a ball. Best of luck with the move to Radio Gloucester. Love, Scott.
Oh, how on earth did you pull that one out of the bag?
It's who you know, not what you know, Dee. You know that.
Oh,
I
my
did have
days.
some help, but that was the first one that came back.
Well, I thank you, Scott Mills.
Legend.
Like, we need another innuendo now. Does he still do those?
I think you've done plenty.
Right, okay.
I don't need any more.
We'll move on. We'll leave it there then. Let me do a few messages. Hi to this is Caroline. I will miss you. I still smile about seeing you hungover in IKEA. I don't know.
I mean, there were so many occasions.
Oh, Lord. Do you know, I vaguely remember that, and I'm trying to remember the name because the name didn't come up on the text message. But I do remember seeing somebody in IKEA, and he says that you're an inspiration and you've got me through some tough times. You can't go anywhere, can you? Hi to Jay, who says, love you loads. A pleasure listening to you. Claire says, she's on about the Dino. Chris Lovett says, Caroline, I'll miss hearing you loads. We've been through a few journeys over the years and enjoyed them. Thank you for trusting me to teach the kids to drive. They are an absolute credit to you. They know which one is my favourite. Please say hello to Holly for me. She's on the way home. Holly Chris sends love. Hi to Pav, who says, good evening. It's Pav. Just to say all the best. I'm going to miss you, Kaz. I didn't go on air much, but I always enjoyed your show till 1. Thank you for all of the shows. It was appreciated by our late night family. Margaret in Worcester, your favourite, Foxy. Caroline, it is lovely to hear that you're having such a good time on your last night. I'm glad that Foxy is there with you and Andy and your family. Nights are never going to be the same. I currently only listen from Sunday to Thursday. I may get a lot more sleep from now on. Much love from Margaret in Barbourne. Cookie says, I'm laughing and crying so much at tonight's show. Wish I could have seen your face when Adam, Holly and Willow came into the studio. Hugs, love and wishes. And hello to Steve from Albury, who says, hi Kaz, hi Adam, hi Foxy. I'm listening on the phone at the minute and I've posted on your Facebook feed. June said everything I was thinking. Many thanks for a lovely programme. Also, I miss Foxy. We'll try and find you on Radio Gloucester when we're caravanning. Thank you, Jan in Ludlow. Jem from Rugby says, just wanted to say thank you to you, Foxy and Andy. You've helped me so much in lockdown. You saved me from going insane like half the nation. Love the late night family and I'm going to miss everyone so much. I'll try and follow your new adventure. And we have got a new Facebook page now.
I saw this, yeah.
Yeah, because finally I gave up trying to get rid of people. And I thought, right, I'm going to open one of those pages. So we've called it Caroline's Sanctuary. It's a throwback to the old days, and it's just one of those pages where we can all come together, have a nice hug, talk about the new things that we're going to do that I have yet to nail you down to do because you're so elusive. And we've got all of that going forward. So there
exciting times.
We have many exciting times. I'm going to drink me tea now and let's have a little song. But keep your messages coming. We'll go through them. Make the most of Fox's bit going. I'm sure that it'll go soon. He's going to flip.
I genuinely do have to leave in the next 5 to 10 minutes.
Right. 5 to 10 minutes. No. You can't leave me now.
Don't lock
I've just
me in
got
here
you
again.
back. Right. Shut the doors. Lock the doors.
Never could believe the
Excellent, and everyone's a winner. Hello to the lovely, lovely Tom in Tipton, who says, tonight we say goodbye to Caroline Martin. Thank you for all the years, Caroline, whether that was back in the day on BRMB or BBC WM Afternoons or The Late Show. The lives you've helped change is remarkable. Not many radio hosts have a strong following of fans like you, Caroline, and that's testament to yourself. We all love you. You make us feel welcome, and even when the East Midlands joined us, you welcomed them as part of the late night family too. The Midlands are really going to miss the mother of their late night family, but as one chapter ends, a new one begins, and we all become an early morning family. I'll be setting my alarms and joining you on the early morning breakfast show. All the love you received tonight, you absolutely deserve. Thank you, Caroline, for everything, and we'll see you on the other side in Gloucestershire. That is lovely.
Gloucestershire.
Gloucestershire. Is that how I do it?
I don't know.
Do you know what? This is it. I'm going to mess up so many names, aren't I? I'm going to need somebody from each location to put me right.
So it's BBC Gloucestershire.
Yeah.
BBC Somerset.
Yeah.
BBC Bristol.
Yeah.
BBC Wiltshire.
Do you think they'll all have that exact same accent?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, listen. What?
Rizzle.
Rizzle.
Brizzle.
Rizzle.
Okay.
BBC Brizzle.
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 Right.
That's it, yeah.
I can't say that. I'll copy the jingle. We've got to go to... Oh, now we've got somebody on the phone here now. Look, I've been talking to you. Andy from the Plough in Wollaston. Hello, Andy.
Caroline, how are you? You okay?
I am good. Thank you very much.
Sounds very emotional show today.
Do you know, it has been incredibly emotional. I wasn't. I expected a few voice notes. I did not expect all of this. So it has been absolutely amazing. And for you to be on now as well. Oh, the chats that we've had over the years, Andy?
Yeah, absolutely. And we both come to an end today. Yeah, so we come out the pub as well today.
Oh my days!
So
and how do you
no
feel?
more.
How do you feel?
It's a little bit surreal. It's been quite strange because all these. So Helen said to me yesterday, all these people bringing cards and flowers and photographs and all this memorabilia. It's literally it is a bit like being at your own wake.
Yeah.
Very strange, very strange. But we're out. We're now back in our house that we've had for many years and only lived in it for a few because it's been rented out. But yeah, we're out. And in the morning we hand over the pub back to the pub company.
Are you kind of right? As one person that's leaving somewhere to another, because I presume that you've known about this for quite a long time, so you've been leading up to it.
Yeah, absolutely. We've known since, we started the process of staying in October last year, and then in March this year, we thought enough is enough.
Yeah, yeah. And are you, now the time has come, slightly relieved?
Yes, because I think it's a bit like yourself, and I think you've been saying it a few times tonight. You know, once you make that decision and it's happening, as it gets closer, yeah, you almost can't wait for the day. You know, I know we're going to miss an awful lot of people, as you are as well. You know, but you can't carry on doing it forever, can you?
No, and that's the point, isn't it? And you know, when you're in a position where you've got to make that leap, it's almost like it becomes an adventure then, doesn't it? And you look forward to, you know, new times. It's going to be a little bit scary. You're a little bit worried. Is it going to work? Is it not going to work? But at the same time, you can get too set in your ways. So I'm kind of looking forward to starting again because the area that I'm going to, the West Country, it's absolutely beautiful. And of course, I'm going to stay living in the Midlands as well. So I kind of get the best of both worlds. So new adventures for the two of us then. Shall I look out for a country pub for you while I'm down there, Andy?
That sounds marvellous. I wouldn't mind doing that, Anya. But no, it's the Crafty Jar for us in 3 or 4 weeks' time, which we spoke about a few months ago. Yeah. But that's more of a micro bar, so it doesn't have the pressures of running a restaurant alongside the pub, you know, so it's going to be a little bit easier for us. Hopefully, that's one of the reasons why we're doing it. And yeah, you know, we can't wait, as you say. The change is coming.
Indeed. And has the Plough got new owners or new people going into it?
It's gone to relief manager, so
Right.
He's taking over Monday, so it's going to be closing for a few weeks. I don't know why they're closing it for a few weeks, because the problem you have is that when you make that decision and then send the email in saying that you're leaving, you don't get much information coming to you.
Yeah. Well, do you know what? I found out on Twitter. But we have a lovely lady called Susan Hanks who's going to be looking after the show for 4 weeks, and then or 5 weeks actually, and then Becky Want will start and take over it, and the late night family will go all over again. Well, listen, I am going to be going past your. There's no excuse now because I'm going to be going past your neck of the woods, so I will have to call in. So, what's it called again? Where you're going to next?
It's the Crafty Jar in Lower High Street in Stourbridge.
Beautiful. Well, Andy, I wish you all the very best. We'll keep in touch because we're on social media together. And thank you for being part of the show for all these years. All right, my darling.
Oh, and thank you, Caroline. I've enjoyed the last 3 years with all our chats over the time.
I know. We're wise now, Andy. We are wise.
It's quite strange now. I don't even get so nervous now. When Andy puts me through, it used to be sitting there and the heart would be racing. But you don't get so nervous these days. So you've done something there for me.
Well, there you go. Look, and you're on Black Country Radio as well, aren't you? So you know.
Yeah, well, that's your fault as well. You know that, don't you?
Yes. Well, we'll give them a plug. And when are you back on again? When are you on the air again?
So I was on this evening, 6 till 7, and then I'm on the sister station, Black Country Extra, on Sunday from 2.
Wonderful. Well, we shall give you a listen. Well, I won't. I'll be in France. But when I get back, take care, Andy. Loads of love, and thanks very much for coming on. Okay.
All the very best, Caroline. You take care.
All right, then. Lovely Andy from the Plough in Wollaston. And I've got something that apparently I've got to press play on this.
Yeah, it's another message.
Right.
You'll like this one.
Oh, right. Let's go see who this is.
Hello, Kazza. It's Elliot Webb here, one of your many former radio husbands. And there's been a few, haven't there? Do you know what? It is now 14 years since we worked together. How is that even possible? My God, that's such a long time ago. But I remember it vividly. We had such a laugh, didn't we? From the times we used to have to look for our producer for our meetings and she snuck off to have a kip in the toilet. Do you remember that? Organising listener coach trips around the place. The highlight probably being Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Classy. And I always remembered singing Islands in the Stream with you. Remember that? You were my Dolly and I was your Kenny. And do you know, actually, one of the first times we ever worked together, do you remember when we first were put together, we had to do a pilot, I think it was. And we did it all and everything. And you kept getting called away for phone conversations with your children who were all killing each other. And I might have to actually tap you up because, as you know, I'm about to become a father myself. Finally, after all these years of you saying I should get on and do it, I finally listened to you, Kaz, and I'm getting on and doing it. So can I put you on speed dial, please? Because if anyone knows how to cope with an unruly brood, it's you. Look, good luck for you, whatever you do in the future. You're going to be brilliant, of course you are. I know where you're going to work, and it's a lovely place. And I know who you're going to work with, and he's a decent bloke, and you'll have a smashing time. And their gain is our loss. Take care, my love. Speak to you soon.
Elliot
Legend.
Webb. I mean, there's a legend right there.
I need him for my podcast.
He's just so fantastic, and we did have the best of times on that breakfast show, and it was absolutely mind blowing. And the producer that is talking about, Liesl, mad as a box of frogs. I remember they said you're going to be doing the breakfast show, and there's a girl producing. Now, Adam said you're not going to get on with her, but she is a very good producer. So just stuck it up. Shut up and just get in there and meet her. Within just a few moments, I knew I'd met my best friend for life. And that's how it's continued to be. She was absolutely, and still is, absolutely fantastic. But lovely. Thank you, Elliot Webb. And of course, you can put me on speed dial. More babies, Foxy.
Wow, yeah, very exciting.
This is absolutely lovely. And what do you want me to do now then? Can I just
play
do
a
some
song
more?
and let's get to the news.
Right.
And I've got more surprises for you after midnight.
How long's the song? So I've got to leave.
Well, can I just talk to Foxy
Can
then?
we
And
just
not do
talk,
the song?
Andy?
I'll just talk
You can talk to Foxy.
Thank you.
Okay?
Yeah.
Foxy, you're allowed to speak back.
Thank you very much, Andy. That's really... Thank you, Andy. I love you. Well, Carol, I do need to go because I've got to be up early. Because I've got
I
to
know,
be,
darling.
Can I just say I love you and I miss you and thank you for letting me be part of your world. On air and off air.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about the on air stuff, I know. You've mentioned already that when we were put together, we were unsure.
Yeah.
But it clicked. And I think we had a lot of laughs on air, but we certainly had even more off air.
Yeah.
And it was an absolute pleasure to be alongside you doing this late show, and something which I will be foreverly grateful for and something I am extremely proud of as well. So thank you very much. And thank you for letting me be part of this tonight as well, for coming in. I know you didn't know, did you? It was a surprise. But thank you. I'm going to miss hearing your voice. Because I never answer the phone when you call.
No, you don't. And then I leave you endless voice notes. And then
yes.
You get back in touch with me 3 days later. Sorry, I've been glamping. I mean, of all the excuses, glamping, really. But no, it has been a delight working with you. I would have changed absolutely nothing. Even though it's ended up the way it is, I would not have missed out on this for the world. It has been brilliant. We've touched people's lives. We've made friends for life in each other.
We have, yeah.
If you were to answer the phone every so often. And I think that going forward, we'll have some more fun when I'm gliding past your door.
You will be, yes.
As I will be. And I will be knocking on it and coming in. And you'll be like, oh, my God, not her again. Just everyone hide.
You will also be gliding past my place of work. So make sure you watch your speed as well.
Right, about that.
Yeah. Don't come to me.
No, don't. No. You couldn't get me out of a tricky situation.
You could knock 3 points off for you. No, I can't do that, unfortunately. I don't have the power. But look, I've got to go because I've got to be up early for my new role. But it has been an absolute pleasure and a privilege and a joy to be part of this late show. And I am, you know, I was going to say I'm gutted that it's coming to an end, but I'm more angry. So let's not go into that. I love you and good luck in everything that you do at your new place.
Thank you very much, Foxy. And yeah, we'll do more messages. Foxy, I love you. You drive safely going home, and I will call you again soon. More messages. We've just got an hour left. The time is going so fast on this. It's the final one, the final late show with myself, Caroline Martin. So do message through 08000 321 333. That's 08000 321 333. Start your message with Caroline. Apparently there's more people leaving messages after midnight, so we'll get to them after the news.
On the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker,
Play BBC Radio WM.
and on your radio. The sound of the West Midlands is
BBC Radio WM.
With the BBC News, I'm Anna Preston. The government's told dozens of schools in England to shut buildings made with a type of concrete which is at risk of crumbling just days before the start of the new school year. 104 schools have been told they have reinforced autoclaved aerated concrete or RAC. The National Education Union says the timing is absolutely disgraceful. Phil, a father of two, agrees.
Just frustration as to why it's been done 3 days before the school term. There was a report done back in June, and you just wonder why we've had 6 weeks holiday. Why couldn't the plans have been put in place prior to this? 3 days before the start of the new term is just not good enough, really.
Junior doctors and consultants in England are to strike together for the first time in the history of the NHS. They'll take joint action for 1 day in September and 3 in October. Both groups are unhappy at pay offers made by the government. Some ferry passengers at Calais are facing long waits to cross the Channel. P&O Ferries has blamed computer problems for major delays. Simon Jones reports.
P&O Ferries have suffered IT issues in Calais for much of the day, forcing them to check in each car manually. Queues have been building on the roads leading to the port. One passenger said she had been waiting almost 5 hours with her children and their dog to get on a ferry. The company has apologised for any inconvenience.
A 22-year-old man from Solihull's been killed fighting in Ukraine. Samuel Newey was killed on Wednesday in the east of the country, according to his brother. The Foreign Office says it's supporting his family. A former Cheshire MP has asked an academic to remove her from research which connects her to slave-owning ancestors. Antoinette Sandbach argues there's no public interest in identifying her as a descendant of Samuel Sandbach, who had a stake in plantations in the West Indies. Prostate cancer referrals in England are up 17% to 250,000 in the past year. Prostate Cancer UK's released the figures to mark the first anniversary of the death of the former BBC presenter Bill Turnbull, who campaigned for men to get checked for signs of the disease. Nick Richmond is from the charity and is asking men over 50 and men of all ages who are black or who have a family history of prostate cancer to ask their doctor for a screening blood test.
Really, we're kind of honouring the legacy of his by highlighting the impact the year that he announced his diagnosis, and it was actually also the year that Stephen Fry announced his prostate cancer diagnosis. Records numbers of men were referred for prostate cancer.
And there were 100,000 extra visitors to Liverpool during May's Eurovision Song Contest. Footfall in the city went up by 45% compared with the same week last year. It was also the most watched Eurovision on television. You're up to date. It's 3 minutes past 12.
Caroline Martin.
Do you know, I'm honestly feeling a bit overwhelmed, and I never thought that I'd feel like this, but with everybody being in and stuff like that, and then Foxy just leaving again, it's just the weirdest feeling. We've got an hour left of this late show. I'll do some of your messages. Apparently there's more messages coming in as well, and I'm touched by all this love. What can I say? You're all amazing.
Caroline Martin.
Right, I'm going to put a tune on. I need to do a bit of jigging around because I need to get some energy back, because I'm just sitting here and I'm about to cry and I don't want any more tears. So let's have Rod Stewart, and Tonight I'm Yours. Don't hurt me.
I don't care if I see
It's Rod Stewart, and tonight I'm yours. We're into the final hour of The Late Show across the Midlands with me, Caroline Martin. Of course, The Late Show will continue and it will be amazing, and your late night family will always still be here. But we're saying a few goodbyes tonight to people that I've been happy enough and lucky enough to work beside for the last few years. And one of them being the lovely Steve Herman, who's hung around, bless you. You finished at 10.
I know. Well, the reason why I'm still here, because it's been a captivating listen, seriously, and all the surprises, and it's been nice for me to see all the people coming in as well. But the main reason why I stuck around, first of all, it was an honour to be the person to introduce you before 10 o'clock. Genuinely, because going back to your beer R&B days and growing up in this area, I was a listener to you as well. So from a listener to a colleague. Yeah, it was a privilege. But the reason why I came in is because I wanted to say one final thing. Some listeners, WM listeners, will know possibly or will remember that in 2020, just before the pandemic, in 2020, you did an interview. You came to my house and spoke to me and my wife, Kate. That was after I'd approached you, I think, late in 2019. And I said, look, I want to tell our story about our son, Eddie, who has special needs. At the time, he was 3-4 years old, and it was all very new, and it was quite a tough time mentally. But I kind of thought, I want to tell this story about what it's like raising a child with special needs. And I said to the bosses, I want Caroline to do it. And I remember having a meeting with you and Brett, who was your producer at the time. And I wanted you to do it because I knew that you could handle it sensitively and just talk to us as human beings, and also just give us the time to tell our story. That's what you're so good at. I always say you are the best at what you do. And yeah, I started to say to you before off air, but I'll say it now on air. You have no idea how much that helped me specifically, but Kate as well. And this is where I'm going to get emotional talking about it, because it was a really tough time accepting that we had a child with special needs and that it was different, and the journey that we're on. And it's still different, and it is still tough all these years later. But genuinely talking to you and just getting it off my chest and talking openly about it and how cathartic it was really meant a lot. And the reason why I stuck around now is because I just wanted to say thank you.
Well, thank you for... I was privileged to do it, and to talk to you both there was absolutely amazing. Apart from the fact that producer Brett, as I remember, was allergic to your cats.
Oh, yes, he was. Sorry, Brett.
No, it was... And I have heard and been privileged to hear so many amazing stories, and I think that some of them have made quite the difference. So that has been an absolute honour and a blessing to do so. Thank you for entrusting me with that.
I wouldn't have wanted anyone else to do it. The power of radio, but the power of you. You are one of a kind. You are the best at what you do, and I'm absolutely gutted that you're going. You're a huge loss to us here, but I genuinely wish you well.
I thank you, Steve. And you know what? Never say never. As I've said to everybody tonight, our paths could cross again. This is radio. Never think that you're somewhere forever, because something happens that shocks you, as we've seen tonight. But bless you, Steve Herman. And it's been absolutely lovely working with you all of these years as well. You are a star. So thank you for stopping and being late home tonight. What is Kate going to say?
I'm reading the news in 12 hours.
Oh my days. Okay. And hello to the lovely Liz in Selly Oak, who says this is a really, really sad day. Sending you these with love. Thank you for the beautiful flowers, Liz. I am touched by everything that I've received tonight. And let me go and have a chat to... we've got Ranjit on the line. Hello, lovely Ranjit.
Hello, lovely Caroline. How are you?
Oh, for one last time. I am not too bad. I am okay. How are you?
It's one last time on this radio station, but I'm sure we're going to speak again. I'm 110% sure that we're going to speak
Well,
again.
Ranjit, if the truth be told, you are on every single radio station in the UK, so I think you can branch out to Gloucester as well now, can't you, darling?
I'm just going to add to what Steve said. Yeah, just now, that is exactly what I've been thinking. And yes, you know what, I want to start, first of all, can I just do my own little goodbye as well to this show, yeah? Okay, I want to thank all the people that have come to visit me, who have found me on Facebook and who have found me at my shop, and wished me well. I love you all, and as what you said, I am available on other stations, because of the last few years, the way that this station has
Ranjit,
gone,
we know that you've got a load of fans through the radio
much.
station, all right? This isn't a plug for the chip shop. Come on now.
Okay. Everybody knows what my chip shop's called, yeah? Okay. Caroline, you know what? Look how rowdy I used to be, right?
Yeah, I've tamed you.
You've tamed me. You know what? You are so humble, right? You are so humble that you've still done this last show so gracefully, yeah? That is why everybody loves you. Yes, all your producers have come and praised you. Yeah, you know what? You've done your parents proud because they brought you up well. Yeah, your dad Ivan. Yeah, he's done very well. And obviously, things like I say, sometimes bad luck comes in like 3s or 4s or whatever. I wanted to come and visit you today. Yeah. But what happened, my mum got taken seriously ill on Tuesday night. Yeah, but she's okay now. But she had 2 strokes, one at home and one at A&E. I want to thank Sandwell Hospital, They're done very well. She's okay. She's recovered, but there's no long-lasting damage. But see what I mean? How much bad luck we cannot tolerate. All what you've been through and all what your listeners have been through, you've helped us all out. Right, as they say, the Amazon is the lungs of the world. You are our lungs, of the greater Midlands, and we're all going to miss you. I'm not going to miss you, you know why? Because I can contact you, and you're always going to be in my heart.
Well,
but when somebody's in your heart, you never miss them.
And that is the point, isn't it? We'll remain together, connected that way. Ranjit, you have been a delight for all these years. Thank you for the chats, the advice, and also for the chips. Ranjit, we will speak again, my darling. And thank you very much for calling up at this hour. Right, have I got another voice note?
You've got another voice note from someone who couldn't be with us tonight, but just wanted to wish you well.
Hello, Caroline Martin. This is David Lloyd, one of your many old bosses from down the road at BRMB. You outlived several. It was your idea to bring back the late night sanctuary, and that reputation has lived on beautifully, because late night radio is one of the most special forms of radio. It's a time of day when you really can get closer to your listener than at any other time, but it does take a very special sort of person to do that well, and you have that gift. You are yourself on the radio. You give of your own life with honesty, with all its colour, character, complications, and the listener knows that, and that's why they do too. And they tell you secrets they tell no one else. I still remember some of the callers, including the one who called years later to say thank you when her life was in a better place. And I remember too some of the behind the scenes drama. Caroline, you leave with your head held high. Nobody could have done it better. You'll be remembered, and that's the finest thing you can say about any broadcaster.
David Lloyd, oh my days. I've got to say, I have been so lucky during my career, because I have had pretty much most of my bosses have been amazing. But I'm going to put it out there now, all right? I know you shouldn't have favourites, but David Lloyd taught me so much. And if anybody ever ends up with a boss like David Lloyd, consider yourself lucky. Not only that, listen to them, learn from them, take on everything that they teach you, because he said, right, if you're going to do this late show, you're doing it without music. And I'm like, what? No music at all. And it was a 3-hour chat show, just a talk show, no music. And I think that is what it taught me, that you had to open up and you had to give yourself, because if you give yourself, people will come back, they will give back to you. So that is what you taught me. And every time I'm in a sticky situation, situation and I need some advice, but there's no one to turn to, my first thought is, what would David say? What would David say? So, David Lloyd, you are my absolute hero. And we did have a lot of off-air drama. And I, without being dramatic, you saved me. You and producer Dino, who was here earlier. So thank you so much, David. Mwah. My biggest wish is one day that you can have me work for you again, all right? But I realise that you can't do that because I'd be your favourite and that's not fair on everybody else. So there you go. We'll crunch that one down. Thank you, David, and thank you, Andy, for arranging all this tonight. Now I'm going to be sad again. Oh, Lord. Right, it's 17 minutes after midnight. It's the love hour, isn't it? Will there be a love hour in the future, do you think? Because I've had a whacking hour, and I think that they'll probably have a sedate hour going forward. But anyway, this is Player. Love this.
Spending all my nights, all my money, going out on the town. Doing anything just to get you off of my mind. But when the morning comes, I'm right back where I started again. And trying to forget you is just a waste of time. Baby, come back. Any kind of fool could see there was something in everything about you. Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. I was wrong, and I just can't live without you. All day long, wearing a mask of false bravado, trying to keep up a smile that hides a tear. But as the sun goes down, I get that empty feeling again. How I wish to God that you were here. Baby, come back. Oh, baby. Any kind of fool could see there was something in everything about you. Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. I was wrong, and I just can't live without you. Now that I put it all together, give me the chance to make you see. Have you used up all the love in your heart? Nothing left for me. Nothing left for me. Baby, come back. Any kind of fool could see there was something in everything about you. Baby, come back. Listen, baby, you can blame it all on me. I was wrong, and I just can't live without you. I was wrong, and I just can't live. Baby, come back. Oh, baby. Any kind of fool could see there was something in everything about you. Baby, come back.
Player and Baby Come Back is the late show on the BBC across the Midlands tonight. Hi to Jill, who says, Caroline, I usually listen on Sounds, but I'm listening for as long as I can tonight. I just wanted to say thanks for being you. You're one of a kind, and I'm proud to be part of the late night family. Hold your head high tonight. This is not the end. It's just the beginning of your next chapter, and we will follow you always. Thank you so much, Jill. And hi to Kim and Gaz in Burntwood, who say, Caroline, I'm so sad that tonight is your last late show. I'm going to miss listening on my way home from work, and also the Sunday quiz. It's lovely to hear Fox's voice again tonight. Right. I don't know who I'm going to listen to on my way home now. I wish you love and all the best for your new job. They're getting an absolute superstar in the Southwest, and they will love you as much as we do. Take care. Love from Gaz and Kim. Chris in Shifnal, what a start. You're doing great. I'm going to listen to you on the next station. Thank you, Chris. And hi to Chris in Willington, who says, Chris in Willington, Derbyshire, representing the East Mids. The show is fantastic. It's a fantastic farewell. It's like an episode of Caroline Martin. This is your life. Good luck, and I will try and keep up somehow. Chris, you can find me if you search. All right, if you search. We've got more that I've got to read out as well. I don't want to leave anybody out tonight, but my lovely Carl is in Tamworth. Hi, Carl.
Hiya, Caroline. Hiya. Are you all right?
I'm just, I'm not going to be all right at one, but I think I'm holding it together. I'm being tough.
You're doing a wonderful job, especially considering all the things that have happened. I tell you, I'm proud of you.
Bless
I really
you.
am. You are a trooper. You are an absolute true professional. And what an incredible broadcaster you really are. You're absolutely a top broadcaster, world class. And I just want to say to you this is the night I've dreaded for a long time. I really have. And, you know, I've had a long connection with WM. I've got right back to the early 80s, the Ed Doolan days, and I've got to know so many different presenters, and I spoke to lots of them and occasionally met them. But I listened to you when you were on Sanctuary on BRMB. I rang in a couple of times, I spoke to you, probably won't remember, but I spoke to you back in those days, and I just thought, I knew back then, there was something special about you. You are some special kind of broadcaster, you really are. And when you came to WM, I was elated. I was over the moon. I thought, wow, Caroline Martin's coming to WM, because I listened to it all the time at work, and it got me through some very long, boring days in what is absolutely the most boring, meaningless job on earth. And you know, you've been a constant companion. You've been great. You've worked with some great people, Brett, Foxy, and Andy now, and they've all been absolutely excellent. And I know I've been sort of absent from ringing in for many months. I've only just started ringing in again, sort of thing. That's when my sister passed away last October. It sort of knocked me really bad. I couldn't call. I always listened, but I couldn't call in. I just didn't have it in me. And then lost my mum as well, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like yourself, we've both been through it, you know. And it's really sad, because I've only just sort of got myself back to the point where I can ring in, sort of thing, and talk to you, and now you're going, and it's really, really hard. I am so going to miss you. I really am. But I do wish you all the luck in this world for your future ventures. I really do, and I want you to know that. And we all do. The family, the late night family, all us regular callers, and all the new callers from like the East Midlands. You know, there's so much love coming your way. Just absorb it, because it's there, and we all wish you the best. You've been a lifesaver to so many of us, and I mean that. I really do.
You have to me. You particularly, Carl, because I know that you've understood what the last few weeks has been like, because we've been down that route together, haven't we? So
unfortunately we have. Yeah.
Yes, but for as much as I've been there for you, you've been there for me. It is very much a two-way street. So I thank you for the calls and the laughter and the fun. And I won't be here, but that doesn't stop. We'll keep in touch, and it won't be the same, but we'll just make it a new way of doing it. It'll be a new normal. And I am going to pin Foxy down for that blooming podcast, whether he likes it or not. I've just arranged to have lunch with him. I will.
Please do, because that's one way I could watch, listen to you both and watch you on YouTube or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
well, we will make it happen, and we will make it so. But Carl, thank you for calling in tonight, and thank you for always being there. And I have loved our chats. Take care. Carl in Tamworth, who is amazing, and somebody else that's amazing is the lovely Cookie in Swadlincote. Hi, Cookie.
Hello, Caroline.
Now might be the right time to pick me up and take me to New Zealand, Cookie, if we're honest.
Well, this is the plan, you know that, because I was hoping to catch hold of Adam just to run it past him, get the thumbs up.
He'd put the flags out. He'd be like, yes, here you go. Here's the money for a ticket. Now off you trot.
Oh, you're joking. No, I was going to just say to him, I can organise for the wife to drop there for the duration of the tour, that we go on.
Well, if he's still listening, he might call back or give me a little thumbs up. You never know, Cookie. Oh, dear.
Well, that's it, isn't it? That's it. So, yeah, it's been good, hasn't it, darling?
It's been a blast. I mean, it's been the best of times here, hasn't it, really? And I can't regret anything because I've made friends. We've made these connections. We've made some great radio. And who can say better? You know, I couldn't have wished for more from this late show.
No, it's been a wave of emotion up and down over all the years, and get where we are now. Like Carl was saying, and he's a top lad. You know, we're all one big family, and we've took you in. You know, it's just like when you walk on the beach and you pick up the shells and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. You're the glue that's going to hold us all together.
And we'll stay together. That's just it, isn't it, really? Because it's going to take more than this to actually kind of like split up the connection that we've all got. We'll just find another way of making it work. But Cookie, it's been lovely talking to you over the years. Don't be a stranger. Keep in touch, and we will. Worry.
When are you going on air down in Gloucester?
Not until I talked to my boss today, and he's very, very lovely. I'm going to see him when I come back off holiday, and I think the first show is at the end of September. It could change, but I need to get to know the area, and I need to kind of like settle in down there, and it's something I don't even know what he wants me to do yet. So he's going to talk it all through with me, and he's very good, and he was my boss here when I first came here, so he knows what he's getting. Right. He knows she's a bit gobby, but ultimately, she'll do what I tell her to do. So it's fine.
Well, what you're doing, you're going down to do the reconnaissance work, because I'm looking for about 5 more years of work, and then I'm retiring, and I'm headed for that neck of the woods anyway.
Brilliant. Somerset? Are we looking at Somerset or Gloucester? Yes, Somerset. Okay. I'm in. Well, in that case, then you're going to be living around Glastonbury, because that's where I want to go. All right?
No worries, Caroline.
Cookie, take care, my darling, and look after yourself. Look after yourself.
Are you all right?
I'm
Just
all right.
checking in.
No, I'm all right. I'm not bad.
Okay. Now, we've had a lot of people wanting to come on the show and wish you well. I've got somebody else here for you, another voice note. Someone from your past, and I'm hoping this will make you smile.
Hi Caroline, it's Julian here, best friend and first producer of The Sanctuary some 17, 18 years ago. This was on BRMB, of course, in Birmingham. And to be honest, how they let us stay on the radio for that first year is anyone's guess. Just to let everyone into a secret, for the most part of that first year, we didn't have a clue what we were doing. We didn't know. We just had no training to do a talk show. We pretty much winged it for a whole year. But how they kept us on after everything, all the stories that people came on with, a psychic asking us to watch out for a pearl necklace, people coming on to compare things to pencils. And those are just the stories I can say, so we can still work at the BBC. I won't even mention that plane ride home from Spain. But most evenings just involved us having to go to a commercial break because we were in fits of giggles. You can't do that at the BBC. But I think why it worked is you were just you. I saw how amazing you were as a friend. And then on The Sanctuary, everyone heard that for themselves because it was just you. If we didn't know something, we didn't fake it. We all learnt together. I mean, there were the times off air as well, like a fright night. It was 2 a.m. and we were both tired. We both wanted to go home. But a ghost hunter tried to get us to stay by asking us if there was a strange, ghostly smell, to which you snapped, "It's just bleach. Come on, get in the car." But you always said to me, "Julian, you're on the wireless, have something to say." And boy, did you always have something to say. And that's why you are loved. So thank you for being there for the past 20 years. What a ride we've had. Thank you for sharing your love of Fleetwood Mac with me. It's a shame my love for Gloria Estefan didn't rub off on you quite as much. But all the best in the next venture. It might be tough and it might be difficult at times, but we'll always find something to laugh at. Oh, and tell your new boss that if you're ever in a bad mood, which is rare, but if you're ever in a bad mood, never leave an unattended bag of jelly babies on the desk, unless they want to see the bag of jelly babies fly across the room. But good luck. We love you, and I'll see you soon.
Oh, Julian and I loved Julian. We did the most amazing. And he's absolutely right. One night we had a psychic on, and
I can remember listening to the show in its first year.
Oh my God.
Pair of you.
So we put this psychic on. She was brilliant. Her name was Janet. She was from up north. And we, had her on doing these readings. And one reading took so long. And she was like, oh, no, I can see... Oh, I'm seeing a pearl necklace. I can see this pearl necklace. Oh, have you got a pearl necklace? Have you ever had a pearl necklace? And I'm crying. He's crying. And the woman is like, no, I've never had a pearl necklace, Janet. And she's like, oh, I can see one coming. It's coming. Will you watch out for that, for the pearl necklace? And she finished talking. I was under the desk laughing. And another time, another call went on for so long. And this is the only time in my entire career I've done it. I fell asleep. Literally fell asleep. I had my head on the desk. The psychic was talking to the caller. They were chatting amongst themselves, and I fell asleep. And all I could hear is what you do when you click in my ear.
Yeah.
And Julian, Mal, wake up. And now we'll go to line 4. Maureen, would you like to talk to Janet? But no, and that's the thing. When you work so closely with people, you go on to be best friends. And Julian and I can go months without talking, but the minute that we need each other, we are there again. And I love the bones of Julian Jones from Stourbridge.
It's the sign of a good friend, isn't it? That it doesn't matter. Time doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And the minute you're back in the same or on a phone call or on a FaceTime, and the minute you're there and you just click straight back into it, it just proves it's a good friendship.
That's it. And that's what we will have too going forward, Andy.
I'm blocking you.
So, well, that's charming, isn't it? That's bloody nice.
Of course not.
Blooming nice. Anyway, let's play a song before I get myself into even more trouble. Simple Minds and Don't You Forget About Me. If you want to message through, we've got about 27 minutes left. It's 08000 321 333. That's 08000 321 333. Start your message for one last time with Caroline.
Won't you come see about me? I'll be alone, dancing, you know it, baby. Tell me your troubles and doubts, giving me everything inside and out. And love strange, so real in the dark. Think of the tender things that we were working on. Slow change may pull us apart when the light gets into your heart, baby. Don't you forget about me. Don't you forget about me. Will you stand above me? Look my way, never love me. Rain keeps falling down, down, down. Will you recognize me? Call my name or walk on by. Rain keeps falling down, 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 down. Try and pretend it's my feeling. Will win and I won't harm you or touch your defenses. Vanity, insecurity. Don't you forget about me. I'll be alone, dancing, you know it, baby. Going to take you apart. I put us back together at heart, baby.
Simple Minds and Don't You Forget About Me. It's The Late Show on the BBC across the Midlands tonight. I had a Stephen Telford who says, as you know, the BBC mantra was to entertain, inform and educate. Not only have you accomplished those things with aplomb, but you've exceeded them because you've engaged totally with your audience. This is proven by the love that you're feeling from everyone tonight. Take care. You will be missed so very much. Caroline Martin, it is so sad you are leaving. The Midlands have no idea that you are a great presenter until you are now leaving. I will be tuning into your breakfast show, hoping you and Foxy rock the airwaves once more. It was a delight hearing Foxy on your show. Top drawer you are, both of you, and bless you. So we've talked to a lot of people that have been and gone through my life during the course of my time here at WM and before that. And, you know, it's the ones that behind the scenes that don't get the plaudits sometimes that mean the most to you. And I've got one that's just sat opposite me now looking a little bit sheepish. And, you know, but you lot are the engineers, the lovely Andy Walters, because without you, I would have come unstuck on so many occasions. So thank you for always being there, Andy.
Oh, thank you for being here.
Well, you know what? From the times where it was Christmas and each time I look at you with sad eyes and say, please, can we have some fairy lights, Andy, that switch on when the microphone goes on? And you say, no, I can't do that with this new equipment. And then I come in the next day and the fairy lights are up.
Do you know how many trips to Maplins because we'd lost the lights from the previous year?
Do you remember that year they were sabotaged?
Yes.
Somebody cut the wires.
I know who it was, but I can't say.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, my days. And then there was the time when I rang you at some ridiculous hour of the morning because I'd choked and spat... no, it wasn't. It was just water, wasn't it?
Yes, but we still had to replace bits of the desk, yes.
But you've been there from the start, and we've had such adventures with the outside broadcast, the canal
you promised
boats.
me you were going to do an outside broadcast on The Late Show, and we never did it.
Do you know what? Trying to get Foxy to sort of like go out of his comfort zone was difficult, but you know, we've had the greatest times, and so thank you for being a part of all of them.
Usually in pubs on OBs, I seem to remember.
Yeah, apart from that time we did one at the Black Country. Do you remember we got sunburnt, something shocking?
Yes. Yeah.
And what's her name from the telly was there that does the antiques?
Fiona Bruce.
Yes. We had to wait around for her to come out with a parasol.
Yeah. Antique Roadshow.
Yeah, we were getting burnt. But behind
Borth was the best one.
Oh, my
in the caravan.
Lord, that was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And the lovely, we talked about Tash earlier on. She was our producer back in the day, and she insisted on walking with these inappropriate shoes on. Her feet were bleeding. And Daz Hale was there as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, I had to sleep in a 5-foot bed with my legs out the door.
So we've had adventures, but every time you're listening to the radio, just be assured that there's somebody like Andy behind the scenes that's making it all work and come together. So you are the unsung heroes, Andy.
Thank you very much, and it's my birthday.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday, Andy. We should have had cake.
You're not singing.
Happy birthday to you.
I get the last one.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Andy Walters. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Caroline.
There you go. There we are. Look, the happy birthdays are done. Back to you, Andy, now in the production studio.
Okay, a couple of things we need to do, because I want to give the last 10 minutes just to you. We've got a couple of people I want you to speak to. There's Gina and Huntley, who we'll end with. There's also a couple of messages, voice notes. So should we do a voice note, then a call?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to introduce this one because a couple of your friends don't know how to do this, so they didn't say, "Hi, Caroline, it's me." So I'll do it for you. "Hi, Caroline, it's your best friend, Liesl."
Oh, my God.
Press the button.
Molly. Yes, it is me, your long-time bestest friend in the whole world. And that's because I probably call you about 10 times a day with lots of problems. I think people listening will probably know me as your ex-breakfast show producer from BRB. Now, when I was asked to tell a story about you, I honestly didn't know where to start. So I thought, I will never forget the time that Caroline came in one morning and she was in a bit of a flap because it was Elliot. I think it was Elliot's sixth birthday. And what is he, in his 20s now? And you came in a bit of a flap and you're like, "Hey, Mo, I need a Spider-Man cake." And you couldn't get on anywhere. And it was the days where, you know, those big novelty cakes weren't really around. So you said, "Hey, Mo, put an announcement out on the show. We need someone to get me a Spider-Man cake ASAP." And eventually, Wendy got back to us And we were like, oh, great, Wendy's got a cake shop, amazing. So she said, I could have it ready for you by this afternoon if I get cracking now. I remember the text coming through. She said, here, Mal, get the address and we'll go straight after the show. And off we went on this, I want to say, an adventure, not a planned one. I think we went about an hour out of our way from where we lived in Birmingham. Don't even know where the area was to this day. And all I remember is Caroline getting us lost. And it wasn't the days of sat-navs. So we were going round and round and round this roundabout. And then we just lost it. Well, Caroline lost it. Couldn't stop laughing. And I think people just staring at us, passers-by, pedestrians were staring at this car going round and round the roundabout, and two women laughing hysterically. Eventually we got the correct turning and we got to our destination. And when we turned up, I said, here. So Caroline said, I can't see this shop. She said, no. She says, I'm looking for Wendy's cake shop. All of a sudden, I look round, and this is, this older lady at her front window, banging on it, waving with a fag on. And I said, here, said Caroline. She looked at me and I looked at her, and we just started laughing. We thought, that's Wendy. Anyway, so out we got. She dragged me with her. We got to the front door, and lo and behold, Wendy opened the front door with a fag on, holding the amazing Spider-Man cake. You should have seen Caroline's face. But no, that's just a little insight of the kind of things me and Caroline used to get up to. And what her future producer will probably have to endure when she moves on, which brings me to my next point. Caroline, you'll be so missed. You're infectious. Your stories are fantastic. And every time you tell one, honestly, and I'm sure I'm not alone when I say this, I always think about it later on in the future, and it always brings a smile to my face. You really do light up a room, and when you leave, you are really missed. And as we always say, don't look back because you're not going that way. Love you, Mal.
Oh, she is my best friend, and that's no lie. She does call me 10 times a day.
I know, you tell me.
Sometimes I'm just like, Mal, all right, well, I see the phone.
Where did the Mal thing come from? You call each other Mal, don't you?
Mal, because she used to love Only Fools and Horses. Marlene. So everyone's Mal. Elliot Webb was Mal, I was Mal, she was Mal, we're just all Mal. Julian was Mal, and that was how it was. But she is one in a million, and I love the bones of the woman.
Right, I've got one last message for you, then we'll get to our callers and you can finish the show. This, again, is one of your former colleagues who's produced you in the past, who doesn't know how to do a voice note and hasn't named himself. So, hi, I'm Rob Trigg.
Kazza. Oh, Kazza. Or Pamela, as I like to call you. I remember the first time I told you that you reminded me of Pam from Gavin and Stacey. You were offended. You said, no, I don't. I said, yeah, you do. There's something about you that reminds me of Pam from Gavin and Stacey. And you went home and you asked your family and they agreed. And then I think you wore it with a badge of honour. You loved the fact that we called you Pam. We had such a good laugh. We had such a good time when we worked together. I think it was just over a year that we worked together. And I think when we first met, we were a bit suspicious of each other. I think that's fair to say. I knew a bit about you. You knew a bit about me. And then, yeah, very, very quickly, we became good colleagues and good mates as well. And I learned so much from you. I really, really did. You know, even now in my new job in Shropshire, people are the story. And I think that's what I took from working with you the most. But you are an absolute pro at what you do. You're so genuine and you open your heart every single time you go on air, and people do the same thing. And that really, really is a powerful tool. And what a community you've created everywhere you've gone, because you've got such a gift of being honest and people being honest with you. So, Kazza, Pamela, love you.
Rob Trigg. I mean, he was a legend. I loved him. And we thought we needed a thing when we worked together. So we had Rob Trigg's roses, because he does grow the most amazing roses.
He's got a shed, hasn't he? Yeah, and everything.
And do you know what? And he introduced me to Norfolk tea bags. And you know, my finest ones are Yorkshire tea, hands down. But Norfolk comes close.
Really?
Norfolk tea comes close.
Well done, Rob.
You are incredible. I enjoyed every single show that we had together. And boy, we did did laugh. I'm not even going to tell you why we were sort of like a little bit suspicious when we first met each other, what he was looking at and researching in a story. And then he kind of like gave it to me, expecting me to be shocked. I said, let's do it. And so from there on in...
Then he got you.
He got me, and we absolutely clicked. We really, really did. Right, I'm going to quickly go to the phones very quickly because we are running out of time now. We've got the lovely Gina in Smithswood. Gina, hello.
Oh my God, Caroline, I can't believe it. Oh, never mind. But let's have a cheery thingy about this because you're always cheery anyway. Oh,
it's fine, Gina.
I've done nothing but laugh or cry all night. I'm like with my cousin Sarah, and we're like, oh dear God. I don't know where to start. Let me just say by saying that you're my best mate. I've never even met you, but you're my best friend.
Well, we've been friends a long time, haven't we?
I know we have, yeah, but I've never ever met you. But like, we've watched Days in the Six together. We're like that, like, you know.
Yeah. And I would message you saying, "Go on to the next episode. Go on to the next episode. This is really, really good. It's like just dropped now."
With each other over here. Oh, let's watch. She told me next episode. Oh, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Like, oh, go on. It's a bit more right, isn't it? But do you know what, Kaz? Like, it's like actually making a best mate on radio. I've never met you. Please, God, I hope to God one day we do. But dear Lord, it's going to be a sad fucking day.
All right. You did, Gina. I think you might have had a little wine. We do apologise for the unnecessary language there, and Gina just got carried away with herself. I hope that you can overlook it and we can pretend that didn't happen. All right. It's the last show, and I apologise if that offended anybody whatsoever at all. Right. I'm going to do some more messages now. Hello to the wonderful, very lovely, I'm trying to figure out who this person is, Bill in Sandbach, who says, thank you for months of wonderful late night entertainment. I'll be moving to Radio Gloucester morning show in October, breakfast show Saturday and Sunday. Thank you very much, Bill. Hello to Roz, who says, Caroline, thanks for your last show. It's been lovely to hear Foxy again, and thanks to Andy for putting everyone on that you have worked with for this last great show. Hi to Sam from Banbury, who says, I've listened to your show many a time over the years, and I've even made an appearance on the station about 11 years ago. I'm always in awe of the impact that you make on your listeners, genuinely making a difference to their lives. Even as a young 30-something, you're an inspiration. Thanks for all that you do, and the best of luck with your endeavours. Let's have a quick chat. Oh, my God, how am I going to do a quick chat? We've got a minute, Huntley. How are we going to do this in a minute, my darling? Hello.
A minute?
Yeah, a minute. This is word economy at its very finest.
Anyway, the affair, I'm at the part now, is actually sleeping with
Hold on a minute. Oh, my God. You are still watching The Affair?
Yes, it goes on for ages, Caroline.
No, it doesn't. You're just very slow. Why have you not cracked it out yet?
He's sleeping with the teacher at the school where he's teaching her son. It goes on for ages, Caroline. It's Affair, man.
Well, do you know what? He's yes, he does. He's a goer.
He slept with everybody in the show. Anyway, apart from that, Caroline, everybody sleep with everybody, but it's still a good show. But I've got one more series to go. Now, Caroline, you know when you move to your new job?
Yeah.
Am I allowed to ring into the next person in your shoes on this station, or don't you want me to? Because, I know you get a bit jealous.
Well, do you know what? You can, but if you love them as much as you love me, then I will be sad.
That's a no, Daddy. That's a no.
No, you go. You fill your boots, Huntley, because somebody else is going to take over the show. Will be brilliant. You got Susan for 5 weeks, and then you got Becky, and you'll be good to go all over again. I think more. The question is more: will they want you? What?
Pardon?
I think the question is: will they allow you on? Really?
No, me. If you allow me on, that's a pass for everything. That's a green light for everything, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I guess so. You must listen and enjoy it, Huntley.
I will try, but it ain't going to be the same as you. And I don't think I'll be ringing in. Sorry, new presenter, new person, whoever you are. But, you know, I've only got one favourite, and we all know who that is. That's my flagship, Caroline. And I'll be following her on her new station. And we're just going to carry on this special family that we got. Brilliant show, by the way. You ain't going nowhere. It's been good. And hello to everybody in the background. And nice to hear Fox's voice again. It's nice to see your family on the show today. It's going to be good, Caroline. The future looks bright.
Well, dazzling, let's hope. And Huntley, thank you for everything. And thank you for, you know, sometimes you do seem to talk a lot of mumbo jumbo, but frankly, to me, it makes a great deal of sense. And I have listened to what you've said, and you are quite the guide. So thank you very much, darling, for being there all this time. All right.
Mumbo jumbo? Me never.
You look after yourself, Huntley, and take care. We are nearly at the end. I've got a song to go, and then that'll be it. I'll be out of the Midlands for once and for all. There we go.
Don't, because I'll cry. Caroline, from me, I've only been with you a short time. It's been a pleasure, a privilege. I've learnt loads from you. You've got about 6 minutes. You do what you want to do the last 6 minutes of the show.
I've said all my goodbyes. I've said all that I needed to say. So I just want to thank you for putting this show together, genuinely and sincerely. You have shocked me.
Really?
With
That's what I do.
The people that have come on tonight, you know, to have pulled that all out of the bag. My lovely David and Elliot, getting Foxy to come in and all the family as well. You've certainly made it something to remember. So thank you.
You just need to know that all I did was I said, I'm putting Caroline's last show together. Yes, please, was the answer straight away. I didn't have to ask any more.
Oh,
yes, please, can I come
Scott
on?
Mills, I feel kind of like, I'm so honoured.
He was the easiest.
Oh, that is lovely. Well, thank you to everyone that's taken part. Thank you to everyone that has listened over the course of the last 10, 12, I can't even remember how many years it's been now. It has been an absolute pleasure and an honour to be part of your lives all that time. We have become a late night family. Before that, we were a mid-morning family. Before that, we were a lunchtime family. But whatever, we were family, we shared, we held each other, and we cared for each other. And I want to thank you especially because over the last few months, you know what I've been through with my dad. And the fact is that you have held my hand through it. And when I came back at the beginning of the week, you just sort of like put your arms around me, and it was like having a blanket thrown over my shoulders, and away we went again. So thank you for all that. There are not many places that you can work at that you get that sort of love and that sort of respect and attention. You'll be in my hearts for always. I have loved being here with you. This has been the finest show that I have ever done. And people of the Midlands, thank you for taking me to your hearts 20 years ago. I can't tell you what it meant to me because I was only here a few years until you called up, and it was like, right, you're one of us now, Kazza. You're an honorary Brummie. And that worked too when I went on in the East Midlands, and you have embraced me as well. So thank you for the love. Thank you for all the calls, the endless topic, the endless show suggestions. There have been so many of them, and I hope that I've done you proud. I really, really do. And who knows, this is radio. Our paths may cross again at some point in time. I pray that that is the case, but don't be a stranger. Keep following me on social media and we'll stay in touch. You can find me on Facebook. It's Caroline Sanctuary. Just go look for that. And I will keep you updated on anything that I am going to be doing in the future. Now, music speaks more than I can. It really, really does. It tells a story. It sends a message. It tells you in about 4 minutes what I would take about an hour to say. So I'm going to leave you with this song. We know we love a bit of Boston. You know I love the rock music. So this one will tell you everything you need to hear. It's called Peace of Mind.
All I want is to
next time. Good night, Midlands. And don't forget, I love the bones of you all. You are the best audience ever. Be safe and take care all.
On the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker,
Play BBC Radio WM.
and on your radio. The sound of the West Midlands is